Welcome to the RetroBro Live Show. Rather you consider him a known troll or your favorite show, RetroBro is here to talk games, slam protein shakes, and maybe hurt a few feelings along the way. Don't forget to sub and stay active in the chat. Now without further delay, here is the RetroBro.
Yes, what is going on, guys? John the RetroBro here, back with Kamikaze Soundwaves, and we're doing a special Saturday edition, the post-fight heard around the world of the RetroBro show. And yeah, I usually do this on Fridays. Here on Saturday, I had to work this morning, so hopefully we'll let the people know on Twitter and they'll show up in the chat. Kamikaze, did you waste $100 on the infamous fight?
Man, I really wanted to, man. I really wanted to. I wanted to talk about it tonight. That was kind of a big part of I wanted to watch it. I almost took my ass to a bar for like the first time in like 10 years. Ain't been one of those in a while. Even my wife like gave me the green light. She's like, just go to a bar and watch it. And I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I can fucking wait. But no, I really did want to watch it, man. But everybody knew the outcome of it. I just wanted to... I was just like everybody else, man. I kind of wanted to see like that, you know, McGregor win just because I wanted to see Mayweather lose. But you know, whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean, those bourbon and cokes they're gonna cost you a little bit more at the bar.
Yeah, like $7 a fucking pop.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. It's been a pretty good night for myself. We actually went out to me and the wife go out once a month. And the last 2 months, we went out to this this vegan restaurant, which is actually really good. And I had some raw vegan cheesecake, dude. Let me tell you something. I was shocked of how good this stuff was, man. It was really good. And the food was good, too. I got like this Mongolian dish. It's pretty good. And then, you know, we went out, we got some coffee. And then you know how it is when you have kids. It's kind of nice when you could just, you and your wife, go to the store without the kids, you know, running around and yelling. So we got some shopping done before we went home.
Yeah, I would say for me, like when I go shopping with my wife and like the kids, like just say like the kids are like just hanging out with grandpa or something like that, and it's just me and my wife, it's like we don't have anything to say to each other. Like, you know, we're so used to like talking to the kids and this and that. It's just so weird to like not have the kids there. When we're just alone, it's like, what are we doing? Where are the kids at? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I didn't watch the fight. I was actually watching some Netflix, and you know, it's funny because they have these fights now, and it's just like the Super Bowl. You could literally just stay on top of it by updating your Twitter feed. You know, and
yeah,
that's kind of what I was doing. So I was essentially getting play by play, and then, like I said before we went live, man, it's gonna be on the internet probably within the next hour or two. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Got Down Phoenix in the chat. He said it was at my brother-in-law's, pulled like 10 apiece and made a party of it. And that's the way to go. You know, that way you're not dropping $100. But well, I hope people got their entertainment. I thought it would at least. I honestly thought it would go to decision. I mean, because you got to figure McGregor's a UFC guy, so those guys, the conditioning they train for is ridiculous. So I figured he would go, you know, pretty much go the distance, go all the rounds, but I don't know. I guess he got knocked out, man. So that was surprising. I thought it would at least go to decision with the Mayweather win. So I was half right.
I didn't know. I didn't expect him to get knocked out, but I did expect for it to come to a decision where he was just going to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, Mayweather, like he throws too many, man. He throws too many that are dead on, dude. He throws too many, man.
Yeah, I mean, his style has always been to wear his opponent down, and I'm thinking, I don't know if that's going to work too well on McGregor, because those UFC guys are like nuts, man.
They are, but here's the thing, man. Like you're going up against a guy like where that's his forte. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. Yeah.
You're kind of taking him out of his octagon and putting him in a very similar octagon, but like that's not his strength.
Yeah, exactly. You put Mayweather in a UFC rink, McGregor wins every time. You know.
Well, you know, remember? Do you remember what was that guy's name? And he died very recently, maybe a year or two ago, and he like had all these YouTube videos about him like knocking people out.
Was that Kimbo? That Kimbo dude? Kimbo fights?
Kimbo Slice.
Yeah.
His first round in UFC, he fucking lost against this gay dude who like wore pink hair in 2 blows. You know, like you know, you're good in sometimes octagons, man, but you take someone out of their element, man, they're fucking getting knocked out immediately.
Man, I remember watching Kimbo Slice videos was back in 2000. Is actually, I remember it was right when I was getting out of the Navy, so it was like 2008.
Everybody thought he was like the fucking GOAT dude, man. But
he got in that UFC rank and he was nothing, man. That was crazy because that guy would just, like, I guess people would pay him to show up to their backyard to try and knock him out, and he used to beat the hell out of people, man.
Yeah, he did, man. He was a beast, man. He really was. But like I said, man, when you put someone against, like, just taking away the street brawl and putting, like, against mixed martial arts, dude, there's a big difference there.
Good times. So yeah, I didn't watch the fight. I hate paying for stuff like that. I mean, I suppose if I really wanted to watch it, I'd find a way on probably stream it on the internet. Apparently there was some dude like live streaming it on, people were live streaming it on Facebook even.
Yeah, I saw some people have like a pretty good idea. Like, it's like they're just a reaction, like just them at the camera, like just talking about the fight. And I was like, I kind of was going that route for a minute, and I'm like, I don't really care about all the pre-fights and shit. And I'm like, and this guy's like not very entertaining. I was like, fuck this shit, dude. I'll just wait till this shit goes live. I'm tired of like really wanting to watch it and trying to find a free way to watch it. I was like, screw it. Yeah,
without a doubt. So, I mean, I got nothing else to say on the fight. I wasn't really too into it. I kind of knew what was going to happen. Well, I predicted, and I think most people figured Mayweather was going to win, but that's all I got to say. I hope those who did watch it enjoyed it, and they at least got your money's worth. I think the right way to go was the way down Phoenix did it, just split it up with a bunch of friends. But we'll get into some gaming talk, man. What have you been playing lately?
I'm playing. Well, I played. I'm doing a let's play of it. I'm slowly putting up videos on my channel, but I played Observer, which is a mind fuck of a game. I've
been watching some of your let's plays on that. It's not my type of game, but it's fun to watch you play it.
I like scary psychological horror. It's just like my niche. It's like my thing. I love it. It's crazy, man. It was made by the team, Blooper Team, and they made a game called Layers of Fear, which I believe was free on either PS4 or Xbox one time or another. And you can get Layers of Fear roughly like at least around $5 or $6 at this point. I definitely suggest playing it. If you like horror shit, here's the thing. Do you remember like when PT was a big thing?
Yeah.
Play it, the Silent Hills like thing, and then it got canceled. That was around kind of like when Layers of Fear came out. It kind of like filled that itch where people like wanted to have a really good scary horror game, and it was good. I mean, it wasn't great. It was not like what you expected PT to be, because that was just hype you couldn't live up to. But Observer, I think that like they kind of took the criticism, like your horror is a little bit repetitive, and it kind of is in this one as well. But I think they upped the ante, man. It's really, really psychologically crazy, man. Like the visuals in it is like night. It's enough nightmare fuel for the rest of your life for sure.
What platform are you playing that on?
Well, I bought it on Steam, and I'm a complete retard. Here's the thing. The beginning of the game, you kind of look around, and it makes it look all grainy, and I'm like, oh my god, my PC can't play this game, and I'm like, I can't do a Let's Play of this because it looks all crappy. I bought it on PS4 because I got my refund on Steam, and I guarantee the people on Steam are like, that's the beginning of the game, retard. So I got it on PS4, and I'm starting to play it, and I'm like, okay, clearly this is how the game was. But I mentioned it in my first Let's Play. I'm like, this is why I'm playing it on PS4. I bought it on Steam. I thought it was messing up my PC, or my PC couldn't support this. But I played it on PS4. Actually, I got it on PS4 for like $25. They had a sale on Steam. Even though it came out, they did a $5 sale on PS4 store.
I feel like I feel like that's kind of like a thing with PC gaming, because if you're unsure whether a game plays or not, like a game might do something and you're like, what was that, my computer? Was that am I not playing this right, or no, it's the game? But
yeah. But that's the thing with Steam too. You got to be very quick with your refund, because if you put like at least maybe 2 or 3, maybe even 4 hours into it, they're like, nah, dude, like you finished it or you played it or you got enough out of it to do like whatever you're doing. Like, nah, you gotta get your refund as soon as possible, or try to at least request for one. But I did get mine.
So Observer, I saw you put out a review for a controller actually not too long ago. Well, a couple hours ago actually. What was that all about? Was that for a controller that uses your Android phone or what?
Yeah, it's a Bluetooth controller, which is here's the thing, like I said, we already talked about, like, I love horror games, right? And there are really good VR horror games on the Android store. They're very solid. And I love horror stuff, man. So some of them require for you to have a controller. So this is a Bluetooth controller that pretty much maps to your phone slash tablet slash iOS device, et cetera, et cetera. And it's kind of really stupid to get it like programmed to your phone. It took me like almost like 40 minutes. And, like, I had to really research it because it just has really weird ways to map to your phone. Anyway, once I got it working, it was great, man. Like, you can literally like use a mouse on your phone to select apps, go back and forth. I mean, for example,
wow.
you know, let's play Sonic on any touch tablet phone device. It's terrible. The controls are trash. But imagine having to have like games like platformers, et cetera, that are maybe $1 or free. I mean, you're playing it with like an actual really solid controller. So I mean, for $10 that I found it at Walmart, I can pretty much justify that price.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I know like the 8-bit Duo, I think, and there's a couple other ones that cost a little bit more, but that's pretty good for $10. And like you said, if I was going to do VR, it would definitely be some sort of horror genre. Like, I remember I was playing Resident Evil 7, and I'm thinking to myself, there's no way I'd ever be able to play this the first time through on VR. I'd piss my pants.
Or you'd break your fucking neck.
Yeah.
You know, become a vegetable.
Yeah, man, I've been playing some Horizon Zero Dawn like crazy, dude. In fact, I'll be honest with you, I almost blew you off because I was like, I could play a Horizon Zero Dawn for the next couple hours. But no, I really wanted to do the show because there's a lot to talk about. And, dude, let me tell you, before I touched this game, I had Breath of the Wild as my game of the year. This, without a doubt, I think tops Breath of the Wild. This is a good game. If you are a PS4 owner and you don't have this game or you don't plan on playing it, you're doing yourself a real disservice.
I've heard that.
And it's just not the visuals, because don't get me wrong, the game's beautiful. I have it on my PS4 and I'm thinking, I can't believe this thing's running on a console. I mean, it's a great looking game, and then the controls, everything are just solid, man. Super solid. The only thing that pisses me off is that damn PS4 controller, dude. I hate that controller. If I play more for like an hour and a half, my left hand cramps up, dude. I don't know what it is, but I've been putting a lot of hours on my PS4 lately, and it seems whenever I go like past an hour and a half, like literally like my hand will like lock up, dude. It just completely cramps up. So there's this new controller they got out. I might consider. It looks more like an Xbox controller. They revealed it at GameCon. It looks pretty good. We'll talk about it in a little bit when we get to that section.
Oh. No, I remember. I do remember playing, like, when I was addicted to Destiny. Like, I would literally play it for like 14, 16 hours at a time. And yeah, I do remember, like, my left hand used to fucking hurt for some reason when you use that controller. I don't know what the reason is behind it. I guess your left thumb has to, you know, it's just, I think not, it's got to reach too far. Yeah, exactly, and that's why that Xbox controller design, man, that's you know, it's kind of perfect. I mean, it's really untouchable, man. That's why they don't change it up very much. I mean, it's kind of infallible, really.
Yeah, I mean, and I know it's minuscule, and I can get other controllers. It's just like the PS3 and the PS2 controller, PS1 never bothered me. This one just I feel like I'm holding a boomerang in my hand. It just it doesn't sit right in my hands, but I still like my PS4. I'm not gonna. That's just one of the. It's literally like the only gripe I have with PlayStation 4 is that stupid controller.
But Horizon Zero Dawn, that's what it's called, right? Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh yeah. And it's cheap right now. I think you can get it for like $40 used, probably. I think that's
here's my thing. Like, I want to play it. I've heard great things, and I think if I'm gonna get invested with a game like of that magnitude, I kind of want to go the Breath of the Wild route first.
Well, I will tell you this much. Breath of the Wild, the one thing it does do better, it does do that open world element a lot better. Because you can literally, in Breath of the Wild, you can go anywhere, you can climb anything, and like if there's an area you can't get through, you can kind of sneak around it, climb up a cliff, go out of the way. And in Horizon Zero Dawn, sometimes it does become It can become linear a little bit on a main quest. For example, the quest I'm doing right now, you unlock fast travel points, but you have to unlock these save areas on the map in order to fast travel. So your destination, your point will be on somewhere you haven't traveled to yet. But the way through some of these areas to get to your destination, there'll be like giant cliffs on both sides. And like in these ravines or wherever you're trying to travel, you can't go around stuff. You have to actually, the game forces you to use the stealth option, and it forces you to strategize how you're going to get through these areas. So I don't know if that's like a bad thing. To me, I like it, but if you're just looking for more of an open world experience as to where you can go anywhere, do anything, definitely Breath of the Wild. But I think Horizon Zero Dawn does a lot. It still does a lot better. I feel like sometimes there's more you can do, but in Horizon Zero Dawn. But anyways, what were you gonna say?
The stealth element you were talking about, that's Breath of the Wild, or that's Horizon Zero Dawn?
No, the stealth element in Horizon Zero Dawn is so much better in the stealth element is way better in Horizon Zero Dawn. I would actually almost say that the stealth element in Breath of the Wild is almost broken, dude. It's bad. Like, because you would try and be stealthy and it would just fail. You'd be like, why'd they even try and put this in the game? Like, that's how bad it is.
Well, here's my take on the stealth genre or parts of games. Dude, I don't have the patience for stealth. I'm like, fuck it, rocket launcher. Like that's just me and like how I am nowadays. I appreciated my Metal Gear Solid days, sneaking around, et cetera, the realism, what have you. But when it comes to like stealth, like mechanics, et cetera, like, dude, if I have the option to go balls in, throwing fire arrows, I'm going that route.
Yeah,
every time.
Horizon Zero Dawn, you can do that, but you better be good. Like there was one area earlier I tried to do that, but I was going through an area where like these machines, I'm like a level 15, these machines are level 28. And I just got murdered, dude. And I tried.
There's RPG elements as well, right?
Oh yeah. You level up. There's a skill tree. You can customize weapons, upgrade your armor, your outfits. So there's a lot you can do other than the main quests. And there's different areas you can unlock. Different machines you can corrupt. You learn ways to not corrupt, but hack these machines to where they're essentially your allies. So you can kind of use that as a strategy element in the game if you're trying to get through an area. Maybe you can't fight everyone yourself, so you figure out the path of these machines and you sneak up on them and corrupt them, and then have them go kill everything for you. It's a good element, man. I like it. But dude, it's so good, man. I mean, like honestly, if you have a PS4, you should play that game. And Black Metal Gamers in the chat, and I was giving him shit for a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, it's like Assassin's Creed, and it does have like some survival elements like Assassin's Creed 3 had, but it's good. You can craft and everything in it too. I really enjoy it.
What about is it a lot like Shadow of Mordor? Did you ever play Shadow of Mordor?
I've never played Shadow of Mordor. It's like The Witcher meets Tomb Raider meets Assassin's Creed. Like, it takes all those elements, like the good parts of those games, and puts them together into one game. And even like Turok, like because of the dinosaurs. Well, I mean, they're machines, but they're like dinosaurs.
Yeah, I mean, I think you already know my stance. Like, big open world games are like just not my forte anymore. Like, they're just not my thing. I appreciated them. I still appreciate them, but like I just don't have the time to experience everything. And I feel like if I can't experience everything, like I'm selling myself short. So it's like I don't really tackle those type of games.
You'll play. Well, okay, I see what you're saying. I was gonna say, but you play hours and hours of Overwatch.
But that's different. Like, I know what I'm getting myself into. Like when I start and boot up that game, so I know every time I open my mouth about Overwatch, it's like 45 minutes have gone by. So I'm gonna just shut the fuck up right now.
Well, I mean, that's the thing with Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, I was playing it earlier, and I was just moving from one destination to the other, and there's so much like small stuff you could do along the way. You'd come upon they call them these tall necks. You have to essentially crawl up on them to unlock the map, so you can see the map. And this one just so happened to be in like a base camp. So I went and cleared out the camp and, you know, opened up that part of the map. And that took me like maybe 35 minutes. And then I was like, okay, I'm good. I'll go save and turn it off for now. I got that done. So you can do stuff like that. So what's up, Cybernetic Slayer? But no, I definitely hear you, man, because I like my open worlds in small dosage. Like this is the first open world game I've played since I beat Breath of the Wild. That was back in April. So it's been a while. Like I could never do them back to back like that.
Yeah. No, like for me, like I said, like I appreciate them what they are. I appreciated them then. I love them. But like my schedule nowadays, like when I have time to play games, like I may be able to squeeze in like maybe 15, maybe 20 minutes here and there. That's why Overwatch is such a great game for me, because I can squeeze in those 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
If I'm playing an open world game like that, maybe, yeah, I'm sure you can pause it and come back to it. But it's like I had that lingering in the back of my mind, like I need to get back to my game. I got to do this. Like Overwatch is great where it's like I can fucking play a match or two. I got to like, you know, take my kids to this and to come back and go pick them back up, where I can squeeze in a few hours here and there. And, I know I've got about 20 minutes while something's cooking in the oven or et cetera, to jump on and play a game real quick. So for me, like playing games like that nowadays, like it doesn't fit my criteria. Like, you know, once like all 8,000 kids that I have, like go find a job at some point or another, yeah, I'd be happy to jump back into games like that. But now it's just really difficult in a scheduling time for like me to play those games, because I know my personality, where it's like I have that thing lingering in the back of my head where I get kind of addicted and I want to play it. You know what I mean?
No, I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to like wean myself away from it when I'm in the midst of something.
Yeah. I generally feel the same way, but I really, because I've had Horizon Zero Dawn now for a while, and I've been putting it off, and I'm like, you know what, because I just beat like Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2, two really short, just super linear first-person shooter games, right? And I was like, all right, that's you know, let's get into something that's a little bit longer that I can really sit down and just explore, and so it was perfect for that situation. Black Metal Gamer says, my game before getting on Yakuza again deeply was Matterfall. That was awesome. 3-hour game. Oh, okay. That was a indie game I think he was playing. So, speaking of indie games, man. Well, it's not really an indie game, but you finally got your... We talked about Sonic Mania last week, and looks like you picked it up. What do you think of it?
I did. Okay, so... Universal love across the board. I get it, okay? But why, though? Okay? Why? Why are we loving a game that we've kind of already played? Well, there's new mechanics. Yeah, but it's kind of the same. Well, you know, it's, you know, a different story. Yeah, but it's pretty similar to
Did anyone ever play Sonic for the story? Any of the 2D Sonics? I know I never did.
And no one ever did. and Sonic, and here's the beauty part about the old school Sonics, which I will agree that the story is told through in-game where there's no cutscenes. Yeah. You know, the story is told through like your trials and tribulations as you actually play in the game, which I love games like that. Trust me. Cutscenes, a game with no cutscenes is kind of like, you know, great to some extent, right? So here's my thing with Sonic Mania. It is really cool. I'd like to see a new 2D Sonic game that's really interesting, but a $20 price tag, which is essentially kind of Sonic 2 with a little finishing touches. I know. I already hear it before I even say it. Blasphemy, right? But to me, it's like, why can't we do a Sonic game good in any other realm than a 2D realm? Why? Sonic is a great, amazing character with attitude, with great possibilities. Why is he stuck still in the 2D realm? And why are people praising a 2D game when we've already had this iteration, well, I can't say hundreds, but multiple times? Yeah. I mean, if it's really that great, you know, I kind of see people's points. You know, if you're a diehard Sonic fan, I am. But when I love Sonic, I love to see him in the new, you know, format. Because I've been there. I've done that. I've played my time with Sonic. I played my time with Sonic 2. I played my Sonic 3. I played my Sonic and Knuckles. I played my Sega CD, or my Sonic CD. I played all those, like, multiple times. So for me, this is kind of more of the same. So I mean, that's my synopsis on it. Like, I mean, you know, if you love it, fantastic. I'm glad that you like it. I'm glad you got a Sonic game that you really enjoy. I enjoyed it too, but at the same time, I was just like, why is this getting critical acclaim? Because I also feel like sometimes when games get critical acclaim, certain people are like, they just have to follow that mold, right? They won't speak out against it because it's fucking blasphemy. No, this is great. And, you know, you can't speak against like what you kind of feel like. But honestly, how I feel is like, I think that it's a good 2D Sonic game, but I don't think it gets like fucking 10 out of 10 in any way, shape, or form.
Is it maybe because people have wanted? When was the last time we got a new 2D Sonic that was actually good? I mean, it's been a while.
But I mean, still, is that really a justifying case why it should be like fucking 10 out of 10 across the board, across everyone, and telling everyone it's an amazing, great game just because we haven't had? Just because we haven't. When's the last time we had a great Mario 2D game? Like on the Wii U, like when it was like Super Luigi U and shit like that. Just because we haven't had one in a while doesn't mean it needs to be a fucking great critical acclaim game.
Man, there's so much you said. I mean, you go back to you started. It's why do we have this game? Well, I think that's pretty easy to answer. You look at how crazed the retro scene is. I think that might have a lot to do with it. So I think that is a big part. And I mean, I know you're a big Sonic 3D fan, but a lot of people don't like those games, man. I mean, and we've been burned. You know, the last few times we've been burned. I'm really curious to see what Sonic Forces is going to be like. So
they got a reputation, and understandably, they really do. But I mean, the same token, it's like, why is another 2D Sonic game getting such critical acclaim? Okay, yeah, I mean, let's be fair, let's be honest. In this day and age, how kind of hard is it to make a good 2D game in any shape or form? I mean, there's
a lot of bad ones on Steam.
Well, there's a lot of bad ones, but what I'm saying is, how hard could it be to really fuck up a 2D formula in 2017?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you've already got all the mechanics down there, and the guy I know who made it is not like a programmer. Maybe he is, but he's a huge Sonic fan. I get it. Well, this was a Sonic game we always needed. Well, we kind of already had those with Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles. We kind of already had great 2D Sonic games. Like, I want to see something new done great with Sonic. We already did have great 2D Sonic games.
Yeah, Sonic 2 will always be my jam, dude. I love Sonic 2.
But Sonic CD is incredible.
Yeah,
if people don't think that game is good, then you're crazy. That is that is a definitive 2D Sonic game in my standings. Now, I haven't finished Sonic Mania. I'll put that on the fucking poster board. I have not finished it, so maybe I've not seen what people are seeing. But my couple hours that I spent with it, I'm like, this is cool, but it's more of the same. Like, why is it getting the critical acclaim when we kind of already had this already? When Sonic CD was fantastic, amazing.
Well, I'm gonna have it Monday because I pre-ordered it on Steam last week when it went on sale. And next week, I'll play it this week, and if I totally, because I mean I can't really say a whole lot to disagree with you right now. Maybe I'll have a totally different stance on it, and then we can go at it on that. But you know, it's like you said, I expect a good Sonic game at this point. You know, I think maybe a lot of people were expecting it to be bad, and they were just surprised that it actually was good. So maybe it's a little overhyped, I guess.
Well, that makes a lot of sense because, you know, a lot of times when you're thinking something is good and it's not good, you get very underwhelmed very quickly, and vice versa, where you're kind of completely having doubt and it's actually decent. It's like you get the fucking top tier fucking, you know, fucking it's the best ever because it's mediocre because you were expecting something terrible.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
I'm curious. Like I said, I got it on Steam.
You should be able to play it tomorrow then, right? I believe it comes out tomorrow on Steam.
It's the 29th, right? What's tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow's the 20... Oh, shit, you got 2 days or a day and a half.
So 20... Oh, wait. That's Tuesday, isn't it? Oh, that's Tuesday. Oh, that's whack, dude. Oh, man. So, yeah, to me, it's going to be one of those games that maybe I'll just throw it on here and there when I got you know, I'll go do like a level or whatever, you know, in between Horizon Zero Dawn or whatever else I'm playing. But it's not something I'm going to sit down for like 3 hours with and play.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll pay $20 for a new Sonic game, and I'll support I'm a big Sega supporter, so. Don Phoenix says that he thinks it boils down to level design.
I mean, rightfully so. Like, that's the argument that I've heard, how great the levels are. But kind of Sonic 2 levels were pretty amazing then. And they're still kind of amazing now. Like, now there's like new, a little bit mechanics here and there. I mean, I get it, but look, man, I'm not gonna sit here and, play sides. I mean, I'm a huge Sonic fan, and that's coming from me, a huge Sonic fan. I mean, like I said, to me it's more of the same. It's good. I'm not debating that it's good or bad. I'm just saying that I don't think that it should be getting like fucking nuts busted all over it, like it's fucking the hottest thing in the whole world. Like it's okay. Like it's kind of. But here's the thing, like what's Chris Rock say? Like you just like what's that shit say? He's like, you just want some shit that you're supposed to do. Like this is what you're supposed to do. It's a 2D Sonic game, and like you want some credit for some shit like you're just supposed to do. Yeah. Like it's supposed to be a good game. It's 2D Sonic in 2017. How can you fuck that up?
It's like, hey, Dad, look, I took the trash out. Give me $10. I'm like, well, you're supposed to take the trash out. It's on your chore list.
Exactly.
That's expected. So yeah, hey, look, fans, we made a Sonic game that's finally good. Okay, well, hey, awesome, Sega, thank you. That's kind of what we've expected. Maybe, right. Maybe as gamers, we're just so used to being let down and pissed off, and it's like, hey, look, we got something to be happy about. Somebody didn't burn us, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I'm it's Sonic. I can't say a whole lot. I haven't played it yet, so we'll see. The GameCon was this weekend. I didn't even know what GameCon was until this week. I think everyone's itching so bad these days to just get new news, and everyone's making this big deal about GameCon all of a sudden. And Xbox had a showing there, apparently. PS4, really not a whole lot. I don't even think Nintendo was there or whatnot. What's up, CM Retro Gaming? The one thing that came out of there was the Xbox One X. I guess they're announcing there's going to be 100 OG Xbox backwards compatible titles, and they just showed more footage of games they showed at E3 minus Crackdown. Did you watch any of that coverage of GameCon or anything?
Nah, fuck, dude. I'm just like you. I didn't even know this shit was happening until you just said it.
Xander sends me a message. He's like, "Hey, man, Xbox got a showing at GameCon. It's pretty lame." I'm like, "What the hell's GameCon?"
Yeah, dude. My sentiment is exactly, man. I got nothing on it.
It's funny, dude. Like, unless it doesn't come up in my YouTube feed, I'm not paying attention to it. You know what I mean?
Even the big stuff, like I don't pay attention to anymore. Like I've kind of learned my lesson with shit like this. Like, with E3, it's like you're gonna see the best, most amazing product at that fucking convention, and then whatever you get when you walk out of that store is not going to be what
totally
you promised.
Different.
And that's why I don't even fucking follow it. I don't even really give a shit. A lot of people just watch it because they want to do their YouTube views and reactions to it. Who cares, dude? I could give a fuck less. It is what it is. I will take that shit at face value whenever the fuck I see it, whenever it is and what it's supposed to be, man. I don't got fucking money in the bank to just burn on whatever the fuck I think is going to be decent. It's got to be good in order for me to invest my 60 hard-earned dollars, man.
Well, that's the thing. Digital Foundry released a video, and it was kind of a pointless video, really, because they didn't show any footage of the actual 1X, and they didn't get hands-on. But from what they said was the demonstration they saw at GameCon with the Xbox One X had all the first-party stuff running at 4K. Like, all their first-party games ran natively, essentially, at 4K. It's the third-party stuff that's being checkerboarded up to, that's the compromised 4K. But even then, I saw somebody post, I think it was that Rearez dude. I don't watch him, but somebody shared it with me, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get me a 1X because I can't wait to see what true 4K looks like on my 4K set." And I'm thinking, for what? To play a game from a year ago that you've already probably played before? Like, I don't know. I mean, to me, I can't justify it. Like, even unless they would come out, like, unless there was like 4 or 5 exclusive titles to the Xbox coming out in November when this thing launched that ran in true native 4K, maybe then I would be interested. But they don't even have that, man. So,
and I said it before. I think I said it on our last stream or stream before that or somewhere in there. It's like, if those type of things mean that much to you, like, why not fucking just buy a PC at this fucking point? I mean, just buy a fucking PC. If you're a graphics whore and upscaling and all that shit means so much to you, just fucking go buy a fucking decent PC and call it a day.
Exactly. I don't get it, man.
I mean, Microsoft has those exclusives, though, bro. I mean, they do. But here's the thing. I'm going to put it in the
what
best way.
What exclusives do they have this
Exactly.
gen?
Here's how I was about to put it. Where are they at, though?
Yeah.
Where are they at, though? You know, they have the exclusives, and I think that it's a good thing they're not just running out the mill with them, because there's very, like, heart-heavy filled games in their library. Halo means a lot of things to a lot of people. Gears of War means a lot of things to a lot of people. Crackdown, I think, in some respect, means a lot of things to a lot of people. So they kind of need to play their cards right, because they have very few and far between. So they need to make sure they're fucking A++s before those things are released.
Well, here's my problem, though. So, okay, yes, I'll agree with you. You know, Monday through Sunday through Sunday, that those games are console sellers. However, they haven't experienced with new IPs at all this gen, and the ones they did, Rise, Sunset Overdrive, they never made sequels to them. Rise was an amazing game. Like, have you played that?
Which one?
Rise, Son of Rome.
Oh yeah, but that was kind of a. You know, every console has to have that like little launch title exclusive, et cetera, et cetera.
But here's my thing.
It was good. It was good.
They could do that dude could have been that could have been a keynote IP. I think
that could have been the next fucking Gears of War for fucking Xbox.
I would call it essentially the God of War for the Xbox. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, you know, that time frame. What it does, the combat. I mean, yeah, you use the quick time events. It was a little heavy on that, but I thought it did it really well.
I agree. I liked that game. I enjoyed it. I really did.
Yeah, and I mean, I played it, and I'm like, man, this is good. Why didn't I mean Sunset Overdrive? Personally, I'll be honest with you, I didn't like it, but I know like a lot of people I talked to, they really liked it, and they're like, where's the second one?
So, it was good. It was decent, and also really like fit the mold of like bringing in like a new, younger generation with their snarky this, that, the third. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was like a kind of like a younger type kids game. But it was good. It was decent.
Mm-hmm. Again, no sequel. It's kind of crazy.
But Insomniac, I think they kind of just pulled them in for that one game, man. Insomniac's kind of exclusive to PlayStation, man.
That was an Insomniac game, but they own the IP, don't they?
Who? Xbox? Or
Microsoft.
No, man, that's all. That's all PS. I mean, fucking Ratchet and Clank, fucking.
Right, but I'm talking about the game itself, Sunset Overdrive.
Well, yeah,
Microsoft,
but still,
they own that game.
Yeah, they owned it, but I'm saying, like, you know, they would still have to pay Insomniac enough money to step away from like an Uncharted or a fucking. Uncharted 2 is coming out.
That's what I'm saying. Microsoft could use a different developer to develop that game. It doesn't have to be Insomniac if they own the IP. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong,
but if Insomniac's not doing that game, is it really going to be worth it? Because I'm telling you, Insomniac has those fucking finishing touches, dude.
Yeah,
like, that are just make a game that are just fucking fantastic. I mean, credit where credit's due, man. They make some amazing games.
Yeah, God knows Microsoft has problems getting developers. Jeez. Or just keeping them, for that matter. So, yeah.
But you said it too, like I mean, you're right. I think you said this where PS kind of has, the bigger subscriber count if you want to put it in that realm where not only do they have the kind of like a small portion of I wouldn't even say a moderate portion of the US, but they pretty much have like Japan on lockdown.
Yeah.
In other countries, like Xbox is like really big here, mediocre in Europe, but like over there, like in the Asian, Japan, China, etc. Like, dude, we don't even make what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not part of that, but like US does like not make a fucking dent in that shit, dude. Like, they have nothing to do. They don't have JRPGs and like weird girls in skirts and shit. And that's all they want, dude.
Yeah, there's no weeb games over. Yeah, there's no weeb games here for Microsoft.
Right.
Well, what's funny about that is I think the Switch has actually outsold Microsoft in North America this last few months. That's crazy.
Well, it's newer though. You have to give that
That's
kind
true.
of part. It's newer. So
I'm curious. Go ahead.
No.
I was gonna say I'm curious if Microsoft is gonna pull a play out of Nintendo's playbook, because they already sold out of their pre-orders for Xbox One X. And it'll be interesting. I mean, I know that doesn't equate to sales, because there's a lot of people who will pre-order something and put $10 down and never pick it up.
Like Destiny 2, motherfucker.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't have to put any money down on that. That was an Amazon pre-order. Dude, that comes out in what? That comes out in 2 weeks. There's no way I'd be playing it. I might just pick it up when I'm done with Horizon, because I don't know if I can get into another open world game after this one.
Well, here's the thing, though. I kind of lied about taking a week off of work for that shit, because I literally fucked up my leg so bad. I've had to take this entire week off of work. No bullshit. I've missed 4 days of work. And so, yeah, when that game comes out, I got to fucking go to work. I don't have a fucking choice. I just have to play that shit when I get off.
Just call it in, man. Just call it in.
But I have like literally over 300 hours of like PTO, so I'm like not worried or anything. But
you need to get another horsefly trapped in your garage.
Well,
man.
No, man. I have dealt with several of them. I guess it's the season for them, man. They're fucking rampaging my house. They are rampaging my house. Big time.
Yo, you want to talk about things that bother me? Like something that it doesn't matter what I'm doing, but if it happens, I gotta like put my everything I'm doing, I have to stop, and I put my full attention into it. I got a popcorn kernel stuck in between my teeth the other day, and I worked at this thing for like hours, dude. I couldn't get it out. I gave up. It finally came out this morning when I was like just eating an apple. But I was like, dude, I was moving it with my tongue. I went upstairs. I was like an hour in the bathroom, like trying to brush it out. I got the floss.
Dude, that's so fucking annoying, man.
Dude, I legitimately, this one went through my head. What if I just loosen my tooth a little bit to move it so I can get this damn thing out in between my teeth, man? Bro, I'm telling you, if I get some popcorn stuck in my teeth, everything stops. I could be driving somebody to the hospital.
I will put the shit on hazards.
I will put the hazards on and pull out that rearview mirror, man. Jeez.
You're fucking stupid, man. I know, man. It's so fucking annoying. Yeah, I know all about that shit. You're fucking stupid, man.
My wife's looking at me like, you're crazy. But yeah, pre-order sold out. We ran through those topics, so it's just random from here on out. You going to bed?
I am.
I love you.
Love you.
So what else has been going on with you, man?
Well, I'm about to make another drink. I brought my whole bar collection here as usual, so if you hear the there we go. Making another bourbon and Coke.
Yeah, I heard you in JRPG. Or was it? No, it was you in Black Metal Gamer. You were talking about tequila, and I feel the same way about tequila as you do. But apparently, like I was talking to this one Mexican dude who I work with, and he was like, "No, dude, you have to have good tequila." And he was like naming off these types of tequila that I've never heard of before. And I was giving him names of what is it? What's that? To me, like good tequila is like Jose Cuervo.
Like Patron or some shit
Patron.
like that?
And he's like, nah, Patron's disgusting, man. That stuff's garbage. I'm like, what? What kind of tequila you drinking, man? But yeah, apparently you got to have the good stuff, man. I don't
Now,
know.
all right. So my wife she's from Mexico. Okay, she's like born and raised in the heart of the fucking Mexico, man. Here's my thing with tequila, man. Like I said, I can seriously drink bourbon all night. I can drink scotch all night. I could drink maybe vodka all night. Vodka gets me a little bit angry. But if I drink tequila, dude, it turns me into a fucking retard. Like, I cannot talk. I cannot communicate. I could probably point a banana out of a lineup, but I probably couldn't tell you how to spell it or like what it is. But I tell you right now, man, I'm telling you right now, tequila just fucks me up. Here's my thing with tequila, though. There are really good tequilas out there. My wife's sister, she brought me like this really nice, I forgot what it was called. God, I have to research it now because I really want to talk about it. This tequila, dude, it is so good, so smooth. I drank the whole fifth in like maybe 3 or 4 nights. It's so good.
Man. Do you drink it straight? How do you drink it?
Yeah. Tequila, I have to drink it straight.
See,
I don't know how to mix it.
What was it? No, that's vodka and orange juice. Yeah, that's vodka. I forget.
Well, I'm a bartender, dude. I know how to bartend. You tell me what you're talking about. I can tell you how to mix that shit up.
Yeah, I don't remember. Maybe I might just be thinking of is it
You're
martinis?
talking about a tequila sunrise?
Yeah, that's it. What's in those?
That's tequila. That's sour mix, grenadine, and a splash of shit. Splash of Coke, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I had you know what? I think it was. I used to drink it with orange juice when I was. I had a buddy who was from Texas when I was in the Navy, and that's how he would drink it. And that was the only way I could ever drink it. Like I've tried to do shots with it. Oh, it tastes like wood, man.
Yeah, tequila is no fucking joke, man. But the only way I know how to drink tequila is I'll take shots of it, and I'll call me a pussy, man. I'll have to chase it with like Sprite.
I chase everything these days, man. I'm with CM Retro. CM Retro says he stays away from hard stuff and sticks to beer. That's where I'm at.
Dude, I can't drink beer though, man. Like beer to me is fucking disgusting. Honestly, and
you're just not drinking good beer, man.
Well, here's the thing, dude. Like in my line of work, like I know about beers. Like I have to.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you probably work with a lot of like craft brews and micro brews and that. I'd imagine with what you do.
And I try them, and I will say, like, they're just not my type of thing. Like I enjoy liquor. Like to me, like if I make a drink, I need to taste the liquor. Like I don't try to cover that shit up. Like I make it 85 to 90% the liquor with a little bit of cover up, whatever mixer that I may, add it with, et cetera, et cetera. But no, I've tried lots of IPAs, microbrews, et cetera, et cetera. Beer's just not my thing, man. It's just I love liquor. It's just my thing, man. But I've tried some pretty good beers along the way that are very interesting, like chocolate beers and vanilla beers and fucking. I even have this beer like I try to promote. It's called the Baby Maker. It's an IPA, man. But it's man, I tell you right now, it smells like a baby crib. But if you drink that shit, you will turn it into an adult immediately. It's a crazy beer, man. It's a local brewery that makes it.
Oh, speaking of which, hey, hang tight with just like 2 seconds. I'm gonna go grab another one, actually.
No problem, bro.
Yeah, it's funny. In fact, speaking of which, when I think the last time I really ever got it. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
The last time I got any type of because I don't really get drunk much, man. I have like 2-3 beers at a time, and then that's about it. But 2 weeks ago with AZ Game On, I had Spencer and Joel, a bunch of friends over here for we just kind of had a little party and we streamed that night. But I probably had about 6 beers. And I felt pretty good, but I was drinking like light stuff, man. I can't drink the dark beers like IPAs and that anymore, like for extended periods of time. Because those IPAs, man, most of those are like 7-8%.
Dude, they'll slap you right in the fucking face when you ain't looking.
But Spencer was feeling pretty good, man. It was a good time. We didn't break any. We didn't break any Game Cubes of women jumping on the couches or anything.
Fucking Metal Jesus rocks. What a look, man. Look, I'm sorry, man. What a douche.
I'm watching that video. I'm like, dude, that didn't break it. She knocked it over, man. I was like,
and he's trying to justify the fucking dude who made it because he wants to, you know, keep his credit where credit's due, and people who bought it, et cetera, et cetera. And I get it. He wants to warn people if they're whatever, man. I like the guy. I do to a degree. I like his more obscure videos where he just talks about weird shit because I like to learn stuff. Like my whole brain works where if you're teaching me stuff, I will listen, dude. I love to learn.
Yeah.
If you talk about space, if you're talking about like interdimensional shit, and how the sun works and how the moon works and why Jupiter is the way that it is, I just love learning. I love science. I love history too. History's a big thing for me, man. I love history. So like when it comes to like just learning things, like because he is obviously way more knowledgeable about certain video game things like PC, and he obviously worked at like a game company that was big in the day. I love to learn shit, dude. I love it. So like that's kind of the biggest part why I watch his channel, because I like to learn stuff, man.
I'm the same way, dude. I'll watch like every night before bed. I'll find like the nerdiest shit on Netflix. Like I'm watching this series called Frontier right now. It's all about space. Like the whole thing is about like the galaxies and the planets, and it covers like the Earth, our own Milky Way galaxy, our own solar system. It's boring. I usually the last 15 minutes helps put me to sleep. But oh fuck, where was I going with that? But yeah, I'm the same way about Metal Jesus. And to me, like there's a show called a channel called My Life in Gaming on YouTube, and they're like hardcore collectors, and they show you how to get like the best picture out of your old consoles without doing like an actual physically modding the console. It's pretty cool. They're like little 20-minute documentaries. They're really good, man. And stuff like that I can just watch and watch and watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, funny story actually. We were playing I had Spencer over here for a game night one night. We were playing the Guy game on the Xbox. Have you ever seen that game before?
You said, what's it called?
It's called the Guy game.
It sounds familiar, but maybe if you talk about it, I might know what you're talking about.
It's kind of like what was that show in the like early 2000s? The college show where they would go around and like pay women to take their shirts off or whatever.
Oh, Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's like got questions and you got to answer the questions.
Oh, I
right.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I've seen like the screenshot of it. And, like feminists are like, "This is why we hate men" or some shit.
Yeah.
You know?
So we were playing this game. It's a trivia game, and it asks like, you know, what month out of the year is the Earth closest to the sun? And I was like, I hit it real quick. I was like, June. And everyone looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, nah, man, you don't understand. I stay up and watch these late documentaries all night, man, at 12 a.m. This is the kind of shit you learn. So it helps, man. It helps.
Yeah, man. I tell you, like, sometimes I start speaking knowledge, man. I think I'm speaking knowledge to, like, we're sitting down eating dinner, and, like, my oldest daughter just loves to ask questions. Like, she never makes a definitive statement. She just asks questions. Like, that's her entire life.
Kids do, man.
She just asks questions, and she asked me question after question. She asked me a question after question, and I'm like answering them. I'm answering them and answering them. I was like, you know, if you spend 5 minutes on your phone watching all these dumb YouTube videos that you do and actually watch something entertaining and educate yourself, you could be interesting too. You know, like just watch something interesting. Like learn about frogs. Learn about flies. Horse flies, because I had to do that after I got turned my leg about it. I fucking researched the shit out of them. Learn about fucking how the Earth works. Like learn about anything that you can. Like just learn about something instead of watching like. She watched this channel. My oldest daughter watches this channel called 7 Supergirls, where it's like some girl like turns into a mermaid and like Batman brings her candy in a hot tub, and I'm like,
that's not creepy at all,
dude. Kill me now. It's the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. It's so fucking weird. It's like Spider-Man and Elsa, like, you know, fucking tackling the Joker, then like touching his butthole, and he gets excited. It's just fucking weird shit.
That's a new way to bleach it. Ice it up. Hey, you know you can find videos like that on YouTube, right? They're under educational videos.
What do you? Sorry, say that one more time.
When you talk about like shaving and bleaching and stuff like that, there's YouTube. You could go into very dark corners of YouTube, man, and find stuff like that.
Oh, dude, like me and JRPG were talking about that one night. We were talking about. I was just talking about like there was a tutorial for everything, and I literally looked over my second PC and I was like, I'm gonna go on YouTube and see if there's a tutorial on how to take a shit. And there fucking is. There is a legit tutorial on how to poop correctly. And I'm like, fuck my life.
And I bet you that thing's got like 10 million views, man.
It's like all
that dude's bringing in ad revenue.
In more ways than one.
Jeez. I'm like excited I get 100 views on my video. If I put a new video out and I get 100 views, I'm like, success. Yes.
Yeah, I know,
100
right?
views. Like that last video I put out with the Dream Arcade, I'm like, all right, it's got over 100. I'm good. I don't need to look at it anymore. On to the next one. Jeez. Yeah, you can. The chat is slow tonight. CM Retro's in there. He says he likes shows like Gold Rush. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
I have no idea what that is either. Oh, is that? No, I'm not even. I don't know what the fuck that is. I was gonna say like that's one of those like weird, fucking. Tag team where we like go and hunt down fucking trailers and pop them open and see where the fuck's in them.
Yeah, you're thinking of American Pickers. That's what you're thinking of.
Oh, yeah. That's weird too, man.
American Pickers isn't bad. What was I going to say? Oh, dude, you know what show I really dig? And I don't think it's on anymore. Is that dude, it's called River Monsters. Have you ever seen that? It's a fishing show.
I remember that shit.
And this guy would like go to like the Amazon or parts of like the
jump
Mississippi.
in the fucking water with like tons of piranhas. He's like, watch this shit. I'm like, dude, no, like don't do that. Like you're gonna die. And he's like, look, I'm good. And I'm like, all right, cool. All right, good for you, man. Yeah, I remember that shit. I do. That was a legit fucking show, man. I like stuff like that.
Yeah, I watch all that boring stuff, man. I watch it all day. Documentaries are good too, as long as they don't have like a weird agenda behind them. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing with documentaries these days. Like I feel like every time I see a new documentary on Netflix, I gotta go in like with my defenses up because I'm like, this thing's gonna just have some sort of an agenda. You know, they've
gotten watered down over the last like 4 or 5 years, most definitely. But documentaries used to be like, I mean, I used to be obsessed like with the History Channel, man.
Yeah.
I used to watch every World War II documentary that's known to man about how the Nazis regime and like what super weapons they were building, and how Japan had this super weapon and how we defeated Japan. And man, I love the World War II documentaries, man. That which actually brings me to a good point. What are you thinking about the Call of Duty World War II game? Are you down for that?
I saw Down Phoenix stream it for a little bit. He had the open beta.
I saw, and you had the fucking drop that beat. It's B and DP.
Have you? Hey, for real though, have you listened to his new podcast? It's really good, man.
Yeah, and actually, I'm actually going to be the next one on his show, man.
Oh, right on. Yeah, his show's good.
And his time frame doesn't work with mine, so we're going to do it Wednesday night. I don't know if he does it live. I think he just records it.
No, he pre-records it and then he edits it and everything. It's good. It's really good.
So Wednesday night at 8 o'clock is when I'm supposed to do it with him, man. Because Wednesday is my last day off. Like I'm off this entire week, and my kids are starting school on Monday. So I've taken off 3 days because basically my 2 youngest kids are going to a new school since we moved. So I have to like learn the new regime and the schedule, et cetera, et cetera. So Wednesday's my last day, and I told him I'd be down for 8 p.m.
But yeah, the Call of Duty, the new one, dude, I loved those Call of Duties on PS2s, those World War II ones. I love those games. The only one I continued to play, I went from those and then I played Modern Warfare, the first Modern Warfare, the one they released in like, it was like 2006, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I played that, and then I just kind of was like, I saw the next one. I'm like, that's just like Modern Warfare. And then I just stopped playing them, man. And I don't know if I'm going to buy it day one or anything. It might be like a something I wait, because I'm sure it's going to have a short campaign. But, I mean, unless the multiplayer blows me away, I'll eventually get it. But it's not going to be like a day one buy or anything for me.
Well, you like Battlefield 1, right? I mean, it's going to be like just like that. I mean, all those games are just like that at this point.
And Battlefield 1 is really good, but it's not worth $60. Battlefield 1 I paid, actually it was a packing with my 1S when I traded up from my Xbox One S. Another reason why I'm not getting a 1X because I just got a damn 1S.
But it's good in the sense that, like, you know, if you're a multiplayer and all about that shit and like that's life, then yeah, those games are justified day one, et cetera, et cetera. For those type of games, I kind of like the story. I'm not going to say kinda. I most definitely enjoy the stories back then, even as short, and they were just very genuine and very like cognizant of like the feel of that era of like World War II, et cetera, et cetera. But like the multiplayer aspect is completely raped that genre, and that's all it's about. And like that's just not for me. It is in the sense of like Overwatch for me, or et cetera, et cetera. But like those type of games, like no, those are like fucking 13-year-olds drinking Mountain Dew and talking about your mom. And I'm like, dude, I got nothing to do with that shit.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's funny because I beat Battlefield 1. I beat Titanfall 2. Haven't touched the multiplayer in either of those games, man, because I don't care. It's like, if I'm gonna play a multiplayer game, I'll go buy Overwatch, or I'll play Destiny, or I'll play. I didn't even do Halo 5. I didn't even play on multiplayer. I just played the campaign and was like, okay, I'm good.
But did you at least try out the multiplayer on Halo 5?
Oh yeah.
What did you think ultimately though? Do you think that was like a huge step back, or do you think like maybe it's not for me, but I can see the implications?
I don't know, dude. I played so much Halo 3 online. I feel like nothing's gonna ever just live up to that standard. You know what I mean? Agreed. So I didn't have any qualms or quarrels with it at all. I thought it was fine. It had the, if I remember right, it had the weapon spawns, which was what I liked, and I know Awesome Stuff HD kind of brought that up. So it was good. I mean, there was an element of map control, but the only thing I really did was the team, it was a team deathmatch, and then the free for all. So or I guess it was it Lone Wolf? Was Lone Wolf Halo, or was that Call of Duty? Where you just you versus everybody else?
I believe that was Halo.
Okay, yeah. So I did that, but I mean, it was like, I put multiplayer on for a few minutes before, we went, or we had to go do something or whatever. So, but I mean, I didn't have any quarrels about it. I just, to the point where, like, I mean, honestly, if I'm gonna play multiplayer, dude, I'm gonna play Destiny. Because I mean, because nobody does it as good as Destiny. I mean, I'm sure Overwatch does it just as good, but I just don't have Overwatch to kind of gauge that.
Well, yeah, that's why I fell in love with like Destiny, because like not only do you get these amazing online battles, but you also get very like intricate, like, side by side, me and you. I don't know who the fuck you are, but we're playing the same map. But Destiny incentivize you to like work together to get gains and rewards.
Yeah.
Back then, if you had to actually play a game together and someone was sucking, it's like, nah, fuck you. You die, you die. You don't deserve to live. Now it's like, I really need to pick you up to help this team. Even though you're not doing as great as I would expect you to do, you're still part of the team and I need you. And I think that's what they do so fucking well.
Have you ever played, was it Player Unknown Battleground? Have you played that?
I've seen multiple. I'll rephrase that. I haven't seen. I've been forced to see these videos because they show up on my feed like crazy, apparently, because like PewDiePie and all these fucking huge YouTubers play it. But I have seen a couple of videos of it. Not by choice. It's been forced down my throat. It's all right. I mean, I can see the appeal of it, but that still seems like way too strategic for like my play style. Like I said, I'd like to like just jump in, fucking Matrix style, fucking Neo, just fuck the fuck up out of everybody. And
that's kind of how pub is, because so you've watched videos, so you see how the map kind of closes in on you, so it gets smaller and smaller. So you can't camp, you can't stay in one spot and just wait for everybody to be dead. You have to be running around shooting at people in order to survive, or you have to be moving around the map. But I think that's one game. Apparently, that's going to be an Xbox One exclusive. I think if that is an exclusive, that's going to be a big deal for Microsoft because that game has sold like it's like 4 or 5 million copies, and it's just I think it's just they're an alpha. The game hasn't even been released yet. I think if that game does wind up being an exclusive, that's going to be huge for Microsoft. I really think it will be.
It could be, but there's a very similar game that's very popular on PC. That's very similar. So I mean,
what game is that?
What's it called? What's the game called? Fuck. Shit. Now I'm gonna pull up Steam and just fucking see what the fuck it's called. It's called King of the Hill, some shit where it's like you have 50 fucking players and they all like die and you're basically just one out for each other. Oh man, what the fuck is it called? That game is very reminiscent of this game. To basically put it as straightforward as I can, but it's that game is kind of a very similar game of a game that's already on Steam. I'm actually trying to look at it right now. I'm trying to remember what the fuck it's called.
Yeah, I don't play much Steam games. I mean, if I play anything on Steam, it's indie stuff, man.
No, yeah, me too. No, me too. Like I've learned my lesson by buying like the mainstream games on Steam. It's just a chore. If I actually want to do a Let's Play, or if I want to do a stream of it, or if I want to do anything with it, it's more difficult than when I have it on consoles. So if it's like a PC exclusive, I'll fuck with it.
Yeah, you're right about that. I think you and Black Metal Gamer were talking about it, how much of a pain in the ass PC gaming can be. You're right, dude. I bought my wife a laptop so she could play Sims 4. It was a nightmare just trying to get that thing to get set up to play Sims. Like I'm like, okay, I'll go enter the download code. It'll download the game. I'll be good to go. No. I had to create like this Origin account on EA. I had to go in and download
EA is the worst with that shit.
Some different like all these packs or some shit. I had to log in. Like one time she accidentally logged out of Origins. And cuz most PC gaming has DRM. Like it's there. It's alive and well. We're going to get DRM eventually on consoles. It's there on PCs. And I logged out of Origin and she's like, the game's not working. She's like, every time I try to come up, it says you don't own the game. I'm like, what? That doesn't make any fucking sense. I was like, hold on, let me look at this. It took me like 25 minutes to figure out I need to go in, open up Origin, and log into Origin. It was ridiculous, man. Oh,
yeah.
That was to play Sims, dude.
Yeah, there was a Resident Evil game like Raccoon City. You remember Resident Evil Raccoon City?
Yeah.
So, I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. But here's the thing with that game. It came out on Steam, and it was like, it's been on Steam since it came out. But here's the thing. It was a huge sale. It was like $2.99 or something crazy. Because, Steam has some really good fucking sales, for real, though. So I was like, $2? Fuck yeah, dude. Let's fucking go. It's going to be terrible. I've seen the reviews, but fuck it. I don't care. I want to play it for $2. It would not boot on my computer. It would just literally open up, pop out. So I read the Steam reviews, et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, oh, the way you get this game working on your PC, you need to delete your Google Play Store app. I'm like, what the fuck kind of fucking nonsense is this? Like, you want me to delete an app on my computer that's pre-installed so this game that I bought for $2 works? Steam, I need a fucking refund. I got my refund, by the way, but still, it was like, why? Exactly, that's the whole point. Like, the PC gaming is like, it's hit or miss. Either it works fantastically, it's everything you expected, or it's completely trash.
Yeah, let me delete. Oh, you want me to delete it? How about I delete your trashy $2 game?
Or let's in order for this game to work, delete Windows or System 32 or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
that is like great fucking advice. Thanks, Tom22.
Wipe your hard drive. Format C. What?
Yeah, thanks, guy. Much obliged for the advice.
Yeah, you know, as many times as I've thought about it, making the transition, I'm like, I just want to click a button or put a disc in and be able to play. Let the game install. That's fine. I'll wait 15 minutes, you know, or 4 hours if it's an Xbox game. You know.
And I'm that way, man. I completely still concur with that thought. My thing is, like, when it comes to PC gaming, I like to play the more obscure games that you can't get on consoles. That's kind of why I play them for, like, the weird indie games, because, like, kind of like that's where it's at for. I mean, if you're gonna play, I mean, look, I love graphics. I do. Who doesn't? If you can get it looking better on certain platforms, then why wouldn't you go that route? But I will say, when I played Battlefield 1, I played Titanfall 2. There were like two of the bigger games that I played on my PC. It was like, it looks great, it looks amazing, but my PC cannot handle. I mean, it can handle it, but it's like my PC sounds like a fucking attack helicopter right now. And it's like, fire! The fucking fans are blowing out the fucking woodwork. It's like, I would rather just play this shit on a fucking game console. If I choose to record it, if I choose to do a Let's Play, if I choose to stream it, I have that option. If I'm trying to play like Battlefield 1, I was recording with OBS. I swear to God, my computer was like, I feel like I need to have like battle shields on. Like it was going to blow up at any fucking second. It was so fucking loud. I'm like, why is this thing blowing wind like this?
Babe, do you have a fan on in the house? No, it's my computer.
Yeah, and I mean, that shit is like, that shit is legit loud, man. I mean, it's like, I mean, it sounds like a fucking attack helicopter for real.
That's why I'm glad I got that little mini PC, because I could just run it through my laptop, or I can run it through the HD 60 into my laptop if I ever want to stream on it. So, you know, it's weird. I downloaded this one game. It's actually pretty good. It's called Dead Cell. It's on Steam. It's a Microsoft game. But
the name sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's a 2D platformer Metroidvania style game, and it's a small indie game, but it's a Microsoft game. But the damn game is not on Xbox for whatever reason. I'm like, that doesn't make zero sense. Why is this game a Microsoft game on Steam but not on Xbox? No, but apparently that happens quite a bit from what I've been reading. There's quite a few games on Steam that are Microsoft and not on Xbox.
Yeah.
It's stupid, man.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing about Steam, though, man. You cannot argue with their deals, man. They have amazing fucking deals, dude. You can't argue with them. Sometimes I'll just buy shit and like I'll never fucking. I'll tell you, my Steam library isn't fucking insane. Not only with what I bought, I'm not saying like I play all these games. What I'm saying is I buy all these games and I don't even play half of them because they're so fucking cheap. Like $3, $2, $6 and 22 cents. I'm like, I can't pass that up. I gotta buy it. I'll play it, and then I never fucking play it.
Dude, you know what I like about Steam? There's games on there from the 90s. They're old PC games that I used to just
those
play
are the best, man.
All the time, dude. I was a big PC gamer back in the early late 90s, dude.
I remember you saying that.
I played a lot of PC. I mean, it was probably at one point, even the early 2000s, I would say 70% of my gaming was on a PC. And I went and just like started typing these titles of these games, like Blood, Heretic, there's like a second one, Mega Race, Interstate 76. And I'm like, all these games are on Steam, and they're all $4.99, dude. I'm like, oh, and I bought all of them. I spent like $40. I haven't played one of them yet, dude.
Yeah,
right? But yeah, it's crazy. I'll go through the other ones, like the indie sections and deals, and yeah, it's crazy. But I don't know, for a game I don't know much about. Actually, I spent like $20 on that Dead Cell game because I watched the trailer. I was like, "Oh, this looks awesome." Played like 5 minutes of it.
That's the worst part too about Steam. Is like not the worst part, but I guess like the more.
The trailers are good. They're way better than the games, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta go read those reviews,
like,
bro.
When you're like on the fucking buy page, it's like, here's the fucking preview of this shit. Like, fucking raw core, just dog ass bullshit. Oh man, this looks fucking amazing. It's $3. Like, yeah, I'm fucking paying $3 for this shit. Hell yeah, I'll pay $3 for this shit. And then when you pay $3 for it, it's finally downloaded, and you're like, what?
Yeah, that's a monster right there. At least I drink the monster, dude. I don't play the game.
Yeah.
Jeez. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Steam is that's dangerous territory.
Yeah, I told you. That's why I made that fucking stupid ass video a couple months ago about the fucking Xbox Ultra Sale or Summer Sale or whatever the fuck it was called. I put that shit on camera legitimately to stop me from buying games.
That was the best sale I think Microsoft's ever ran. Their sales are lackluster most of the time.
But I literally had to put myself on video and just not click any fucking games because I have literally, my backlog on Steam is insane. I have so many games I haven't even fucking booted up once. I'm like, I cannot, I mean, I can't afford to buy some games, but it's like, I have like 30 games I haven't even touched yet. Why the fuck am I going to buy any more games?
Well, your video, you may have not have, it might have prevented you from spending money. But once you made that video, I went back through. Actually because I didn't know about the sale until your video. I went and looked on Microsoft, and I was like, oh man, these games are good, and I went and spent like $20. So you cost me $20.
My bad, man.
But I played those games, so one of them.
Yeah, that's all the games you were talking to me like Vince Voodoo or Voodoo Vince or some shit. Like
yeah, that's a original Xbox game, man. That's a good game, dude. It's a 3D platformer, and it's good, man. It's like one of the there's not many platformers on Xbox, but this is definitely the best one. It's good, man. You get it on the original Xbox for like $6. That's how I own it. I would have bought it, but I literally just beat that game last fall. I was like, I've got no reason to buy the remaster. I'm not going to play it anytime soon. So, but I bought a few other ones.
Good shit. Good shit.
Yeah, man. Man, this chat was blowing up last week. We got no one watching right now. Saturday must just be a bad day to stream.
When you get that fucking fight, man, a lot of people probably like going to that party like DP was talking about. Because if I was like, single guy, I'd probably go to a party like that.
I couldn't tell you the last time I was out to a bar or a party.
Dude, yeah, tell me fucking about it.
I think I was talking this about me and my wife were talking about it the other day, and I'm like, even if I like had the chance, I'd be like, nah, I could stay at home and play video games and drink beer for free.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I mean, here's the thing about a bar for me, like in my day and age. The idea of going to a bar is so cool. Like, I'm going to the bar. I'm getting away from the family. I'm going to go drink a few. And when I get there, I'm like, why the fuck am I here? Why the fuck am I here?
Yeah,
like, there's
exactly.
no reason. There's no reason for me to be here.
When I was, go ahead.
No, that was pretty much it.
When I was in the reserves for a little bit after I got out of the military. Actually, I was out for a few years. I was going to go back active duty, but I had to go into the reserves first. And the NOSC, which was the reserve center, was about an hour and a half from where I lived, so they used to put us up in hotel rooms for the night. And one of the guys at the reserve center, he would we'd go over to his house, we'd have beers or whatever, we'd watch boxing matches or whatnot. And there was another guy I used to hang out with. He stayed there as well, but there was like some like little dive bars, like really rinky-dink dive bars. We'd go in there and be like one other person in there. And those were like, I would go there and we would just sit down and drink like dollar beers and just bullshit with each other. But the one
time, the best, man.
The one time we went, I was over at my buddy's house, and he's like, man, I gotta go pick up this. I guess like there's this. He had a friend, and she got drunk at a bar or like this club, and he needed to go pick her up. And he's like, you want to go with me? I'm like, sure, whatever. So I jump in the car with him, and then he drives this nightclub to get his friend, because she was with two guys or whatever who were like real sketchy, and she had another friend, so he had to pick her up or take her home. And like I remember like we go into this like club / bar, and I'm sitting there like I'm like, oh, I'll get a Yingling while I wait, and like I'm just sitting there drinking. I'm like, and it's like a one of those like dance bars, and people are going crazy, and I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. And then this girl turns and spills beer on my leg, and I look at her, I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, you just spilled beer all over me. Like, I was mad. I did not want to be there, but I think that was actually the last time I was in a bar, and I didn't even want to be there, man. It's crazy. But like, 18, 19-year-old John who was single and in the Navy and hitting ports, totally different person.
Oh yeah,
that was the first place I would. That was the first place I would have went. Crazy.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I shit. I mean, I went to bars like probably up until like maybe.
Hell yes, CM Retro. He said I'd rather stay at home and drink beer and play darts.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. I think every fucking guy does this. I guarantee that you have a fucking dartboard in your garage or something.
You know,
you have a dart.
I'm not here because it's 120 degrees in my garage. But
Oh,
when I was
okay.
living, but when I was living in Pennsylvania, yeah, we did. We had actually a couple different ones. So.
Fucking first thing that I did, like when I went in my garage, I had this dartboard that, like, for some reason, like legit dartboard. I hung that shit up in my garage. I was just playing darts by my fucking self. I don't know. It's just like it's some weird thing to do. Like when you get a garage, you just fucking hang up a dartboard. Like it's just like instinctive.
I've actually a really good friend back in Pennsylvania. He lives in Jersey now, but he's in a dart league. Like he's in an actual league where they play darts competitively.
Oh, I suck at it, but I mean, I tell you, man, drinking and darts have keeping the eye patch business open since like 1902.
I've lost a lot of money over the years playing darts.
I don't gamble, man. You know why I don't gamble? Because I don't like to pay when I lose, so I don't even start gambling, dude. I will fucking get pissed as fuck when it's time to pay up. So I've learned my lesson, man. I will not fuck. I don't bet. I do not gamble.
Sam Retro said he used to play in tournaments. He lives in Ohio. When I was stationed in Yuma, I played in a league there. You were in Yuma, man? I've never been to Yuma, but I hear it's kind of a dump. There's not much out there. Yuma's not far from me, I don't think. A couple hours, maybe. Go out there and see like the old Wild West shows and shit.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm thinking about doing... Hey, you tell me what you think, man. What's the best route to go with this shit? So I bought Carrier on Dreamcast about like almost a year ago at this point. And should I do a Let's Play of this shit or should I just fucking stream that shit?
It doesn't matter to me. If you do a Let's Play, I might... I'll probably watch it, but... How come you're debating whether to do one or the other? There's not much... It's a lot like Resident Evil. I mean, if you're streaming, are you thinking you're going to miss?
I think it's been so long since I played it. I'm like, dude, I'm going to like a retard playing this shit, even though I have like experience with it. Same thing with a Let's Play. I guess if you're fucking up, you're fucking up. You know what I mean? But I fucking...
I've deleted Let's Plays because I couldn't play.
Oh, yeah, I did that shit before with fucking Bloodborne,
I know you did it with
man.
Bloodborne, yeah.
Hell yeah, I was like, dude, I have a fucking I cannot play this shit.
Hey, for real though, Black Metal Gamer, I've watched him play like Bloodborne and Dark Souls. That dude is like, he's good at those games, man.
Oh yeah,
like everybody has their games that they're good at. That dude is good. I'm like, I don't know how you beat these games, dude. Like I got stuck on Dark Souls 3, and I'm out. I'm done. I played 70 hours and I haven't beaten it. I'm good, man. That's plenty. I'll watch a YouTube video and see what the rest of the game's like, but. That dude will just destroy. He was in like new game plus, you know, reach around, tickle your butthole, you know.
But I told him, I was like, man, respect is due, dude. Like if you get beat that shit, man, you get respect hands down, dude. You're the fucking man. Me? Fuck that, dude. I looked, I played, I learned. I'll keep my fucking sanity. I realized I need to stop playing that game when I realized like I could probably hurt one of my children if they like came in the room while I was playing it and like asked me for a juice box or some shit. And, like I just throw the controller at their face. You know, I was like, no, there's no way this game is for me. It makes me that angry to get so far and be so trivial to realize like how much you think you progressed is shit. And that game does not give a fuck. It does not care how much you thought you got far in it. It does not care, dude.
Well, that's like with Dark Souls 3. I'm like, you know what? I'll just grind and level up to where like I'm unstoppable. Because you can do that in a lot of games. Like if you put enough hours into it, like eventually you'll just be like, you know, way OP. You're just OP your character because you level up so high. Dark Souls, you can't do that, dude. You cannot fucking do that shit. I've gotten close because I'm like at level like 105. I've got like the best shield in the game, and my skill level's not there, man. I can't do it.
Bloodborne's a little bit like that, but the thing is, you can't start leveling up until you beat the first boss.
And I heard those are a bitch, man.
And I couldn't even beat the first fucking boss. I got to the first boss and I died immediately, and I was like, nope, fuck this shit. I'm out. That's it. I'm done. It was a fucking ridiculous nightmare just to get there. And when I got there, I died immediately.
It was hard to get to the first boss. How long does it take to get to the first boss in that game?
I would suppose if you know what you're doing, it probably wouldn't take you more than like maybe 25, 30 minutes. But to not know what you're doing, it would take you about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And if you lose like that, you go right back to the beginning, credits and all. No bullshit.
Oh shit! It starts you all the way over.
Yep.
Oh, I'm not playing that shit then, man.
Dude, I'm
not. If that's how it is, I'm not even gonna waste my time. So you'll play 40 minutes. You can't save. First boss, you lose. You got to play 40 minutes again.
All right, 40. I was talking about 40 minutes if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing and you're really trying to like, all right, no, like let's let's just scratch all that shit. Let's talk 2.5 hours because you're gonna die. And after you've kind of mastered that level, taking your time to progress to get to that final boss, and he just fucking kills you in one swoop. Yeah, legit, like 2.5 hours.
Starts you over from the beginning.
Yep, and it just says, "Fuck you, dude. Fuck you."
That is hard for the purpose of being like just stupid. Like that's that's ridiculous.
It makes you want to just kill yourself, dude. You're like, I mean, literally, that's why I had to stop playing it, because I remember I got to the final boss eventually after literally trial and error after at least 2 hours, maybe more, and I got to the final boss, and like literally he was like, "I'm the final boss. Pop, you're dead." And I was like, "Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna fucking lose it. I'm gonna fucking throw my controller through the TV, and I'm not buying another TV. Fuck this shit. It's more cost efficient for me just to not play this game and lose my sanity and lose every fucking thing that I can have right now." Like, I literally was so angry. I gave the fuck up, dude. I gave up. I couldn't do it, man.
That's absurd, man. At least Dark Souls lets you like save before your boss battles.
This shit says fuck you. There is no save states, man. None. Now, after the first state, I can't speak for it because I only played the first stage.
Well,
so I don't know what happens after that.
Well, supposedly after that first boss battle, it gets easier, but that's kind of ridiculous for it to be that hard right away with no saves. Yeah, that's hard for the sake of being a jerk, man.
And some people are good at it, man. Good for them. I'm not. I said, fuck it, dude. I couldn't do it. I paid the full $60 for it when it first came out. Yeah, dude. I paid the full $60 for that game. And I knew the reputation that it had, but I had confidence in myself. I said, man, I play some pretty decently hard games. I know what I'm getting myself into. I can do this.
Well, let me ask you this. What kind of games or genres do you consider yourself superior at? Like, if you had to pick out like 2 types of games, what would you say those types of games would be?
FPS's number 1 for sure. Second genre, maybe JRPGs a little bit. Now I will say that only for the simple fact that I've beaten Final Fantasy VII multiple times. So that's not an easy game by any standard. It really isn't. Especially in the later parts of the game. So I will say that FPSs, I think that I'm kind of a beast at. Sometimes. I've also been pitted up against people where I realize I've learned my place where I don't think I'm that great. But no, I mean, like, I will tell you, like, when GoldenEye on the N64, I was revered in the neighborhood, dude. Yeah. I would fucking get off on the bus stop or in school and say, "You think you're good? Come to my fucking house, bring your fucking controller, and I'm gonna fucking rock your world, dude." They would come to my house and they would leave with their dick tucked between their legs and taking their controller back in their book bag. And I said, look, man, I told you, man, before you even came over here, I'm going to fuck your shit up. And I was good, man. I was really good at 007.
I would say I'm probably, for me, it's FPS number one, and then it's a toss-up between platformers and fighting games for me, because I'm good at both of those. Like platformers, people want to talk about Crash being hard. I'm like, that fucking game is not hard, bro.
What fighting games would you say you're good at? Because you know what, that was I completely forgot about that genre for a second. Fighting games, I was really good at.
So
what
pretty
fighting
much,
games would you say you're good at?
Pretty much any of them. Just give me enough time. Like give me enough time with like 2 characters, or 3 characters, 4 characters, whatever, or even just mastering 1 character. And like, dude, I was like stupid good at Mortal Kombat. The one on last gen. Mm-hmm. I was like, I actually kind of worried myself a little bit at one point because I was playing like ranked matches online, and because the system for that, it was random. You'd get ranked, you'd get paired with someone who was like 150 wins to 1 loss, and I would get ranked to those people and I'd kick their ass, dude. Like, and I would just destroy them. And I only played maybe a few hundred rounds, and I think I had like 15 losses, I think. It was crazy, man. Like, I played that game a lot. So, yeah, really any of them. The only one I could never get into was the Street Fighter V one. There's something about that game. It's just, I didn't enjoy playing it. But I should get back into Tekken 7, dude, because I'm really good at Tekken. So many other games right now. Cybernetic Slayer says, "What's up? I'm back."
What up, boy?
Yeah, Sam Retro says, "Lol, back in the day, you had to go to someone else's house." Exactly, man. That's how it was. It sucked for me. It sucked for me because I didn't live in like a development. I lived in a very outlying area. Most of the people around me were old people, dude. And we had like, it wasn't a development or nothing. So I had to like go over to a friend's house, or we had to like organize, for our parents to bring each other, meet up, all that shit.
Yeah, man. But before I go on to my next topic, man, I just want to say, man, I was fucking revered as a fucking force to be reckoned with in 007.
I was never good at 007.
Dude, 007 GoldenEye, I would literally like fucking I would murk everybody who came to the playing field. I was like, dude, set your controller down. You suck. And nobody back then, for some reason, like knew to not watch the other. I played it so much. I knew to, and nobody understood like how to watch other people back then. We're talking like what?
Oh, you were a screen watcher?
Hell yeah, I was. I mean, that's how you win, dude. And I would literally put my character against a corner. And I would like just wait for someone to come the fucking corner, turn around, just bash him in the back of the head.
Damn, Kamikaze's
like,
a screen. Damn, he's a screen watching camper,
hell
dude.
Yeah, camping motherfucker. Hey, look, you win how you win, dude. But man, I used to fucking tear people apart, man. Because people would think, like, oh, I played 007 all the time. I'm like, well, that's good. I'm glad for you. Do you play multiplayer though? Yeah, man, I play it with my brother. I play it with my cousin. Okay, do you think you're good? Yeah, man, I'm really good. Okay, well, let's fucking play. Let's play, and I'd fucking destroy him, dude. I would fucking destroy everyone who came across my way, man. I got a reputation about that shit, man. It was like one game that I was really, really good at, man. But the other one, as far as fighter games, this one topic I want to get into real quick was, dude, I was obsessed with fighting games. I think I've already stated very clearly that I'm a huge Capcom fan. Yeah. So Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Street Fighter versus SNK, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, or even the first one. What was the other one? Street Fighter Third Strike is where I was obsessed. Street Fighter Third Strike, I could not stop playing it. I was obsessed with that fucking game. Anyway, moving up to Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V, like I didn't buy it initially, but Street Fighter 4, I didn't even buy it initially. But Street Fighter 3, Third Strike, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter Alpha, all that shit, dude. I was obsessed, and I was pretty decent, man. I held my own in most fighting games. But when it came to like Tekken and Mortal Kombat, I was alright. It was fun, but when it came to like me like holding my own, I was definitely Capcom, Street Fighter, etc., etc.
Yeah, I would say another one I was really good at was the original Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast, man. Because I was like, all my friends, like I had a PS1, and my other friends had an N64, but I was the only one that have a Dreamcast, dude. And Soul Calibur was the fighting game to play. And we used to get together at my house, dude, and we used to just play Soul Calibur for hours.
Soul Calibur was cheap though, man. You could like just knock someone out of the ring if you like do, like if you were playing what's that fucking big ass motherfucker with a huge sword with the one eye?
Talking about Astaroth? Is it Astaroth? Or does it to do with the
man,
X?
if you were playing him correctly, you could just knock someone out of the ring in like 2 seconds immediately.
Yeah, you got to stay in close. You can't let him get that big hammer at you, because that thing will take like half your life away.
Well, Click was my dude, man. I like Click, man. He was
Keelik,
like
man. Keelik, yeah. I used to rock it with Keelik. Still do. That's what I was playing the other day on my one Dreamcast stream. I was playing. Was I playing Keelik on that one? But
and Maxi or whatever his name is with the nunchucks.
That dude's quick.
He's cool as fuck too, man. Like I feel like I was playing like Ninja Turtles, like a 3D fighting game.
You know, I really liked Soul Calibur 5 last gen. I really liked that game. I thought people were crazy for not liking it. I enjoyed it.
Soul Calibur was just something I kind of phased out of. It just wasn't like for me anymore. I just felt like I kind of like I don't know. It just like I found its flaws, and I was like nah. And that's what another thing I was getting to. Like I'm just way into Capcom and 2D fighting games. So even though it was like 3D and it was a new thing, I'd much rather play like those type of games.
Yeah. Did you play the new King of Fighters? Is it 15 or 16?
I really, be honest with you, I never played. I never played too many King of Fighter games at all.
I'm surprised. Yeah, if you like Street Fighter, dude, you'd probably really like King of Fighters.
I did in the early ages, but when it progressed, I stuck to Capcom, man. Capcom was like what I was addicted to, man. I just loved Capcom. It was hard for me to stray away from like Street Fighter and the Marvel vs. Capcom, etc., etc.
14's the newest one? That can't be right. I thought I saw 15. King of Fighters 15 the other day at GameStop.
That's what, like Terry Bogard and all that shit,
Maybe
right?
It was 14. Yeah.
Yeah, Terry Bogard and Duck and all that shit. Yeah, man. Those were really fun like on the Sega Genesis. But, dude, I told you, like, Capcom was where my heart was at, man. I followed them religiously. Until I feel like they just raped my soul.
No. I think you might be thinking of Fatal Fury.
Fatal Fury. Yeah, Fatal Fury. That was SNK, right?
Fatal Fury was SNK, yeah, but so is King of Fighters. They're both SNK.
Yeah, King of Fighters. All right, then yeah, fair enough. I never played King of Fighters at all.
Yeah, it's good, man. I should check it out. I think it's on. It's good. If you like 2D ones, you'd probably like it. I'd be surprised if you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Those are the genres I'm good at. I'm really good at Symphony of the Night, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I can know Death Run that game. Easy.
I remember
peasy,
you saying
man.
that.
Yeah.
I remember you saying that. I forgot who. Shit.
I got to do another one because it's been like a year and a half since I played through it. I usually play through it like once every 2 years or once a year. I might do another stream because I want to go back and beat Dracula and do a Let's Play of it and just beating Dracula without using the Alucard shield, because the Alucard shield is just you just maul enemies down. It's super easy. Yeah.
Well, you said you're a Halo fan. How many Halo games have you beat on Legendary difficulty?
3, 4, and no, I didn't finish Reach. I want to go back and play 5. Actually, I don't have 5 right now. I got someone borrowing it. Just 3 and 4. Those were the only 2 because I didn't have Halo 2 when it came out, and I played bits and pieces of Halo 1. I actually never completed Halo 1.
Dude, blasphemy.
I know.
What? Okay, all right, fair enough. But
my first experience with Halo was Halo 2. And that wasn't even on the campaign, that was a multiplayer.
Okay.
So I didn't play the second one until after I beat the third one. It was crazy. It's a strange relationship with Halo, but
understood.
Because I didn't have an original Xbox. I went Dreamcast, GameCube, PS2, and then Xbox 360. Never had an original Xbox until like 2 years ago. But I played Halo 2 multiplayer and never... I think I played Halo 1 like a little bit on PC back in the day, but... Because that had a PC port, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it came to PC later. But I remember, I could have sworn I played it on PC at one point.
Fair enough, fair enough. I have beaten all of them on Legendary. I'm a huge. I mean, that's why I'm such a huge Destiny fan, because I love Bungie. I love them. Call it what you want, man. I love them as a developer. I think they just make amazing fucking games. Oh no! Get the fucking the rakes and the fucking pitchfires.
Yeah, man. Got Havasu wheat beer here, trying to finish off. Yeah, I got to tell you, I might work like 5 Saturdays a year. I've been up since like 5:30. Pretty crazy. I hate working Saturdays. I'd rather work at night than work on a Saturday.
Well, I work nights almost exclusively because no one can do what I do. I hate to say it, but like I know everybody thinks like when you go to your job, you kind of think like you're the best, but I legitimately am the best at what I do. I do dinners for like 900 people with ease, all by myself. It does not faze me. Like I've done this time and time. I've been doing the same thing I've been doing for almost 15 years. So I can do shit like this like in my fucking sleep. But you know, it is what it is. Nowadays it's really hard for me to like. I literally like I get new people in. I try to teach them and shit, and it's like I have no patience with people nowadays. I hate to be like a rude person, but I have lost every ounce of patience that I have in my human skin, dude. I'm just rude. I'm very just like, this is what you need to fucking learn it or just fuck off. I really just try to teach people the best that I can. And I mean, I think I'm a good teacher to a degree, but I've gotten so tired of teaching people and they just don't get it. And I'm just like, whatever, dude, you know, move on.
That's why I'm glad I'm not in a management position anymore. Because when I was at Enterprise, I used to have to train employees and I hated it, man. Some people just wouldn't get it, man. You know, and I'm like, yeah, my upper boss would be like, why isn't this person selling well? Why aren't they selling? And I want to be like, because they're a fucking retard. That's why. Well, yeah, I can't do that. It's like, oh, you know, we got to do this and we got to do that. And I'm thinking, this dude's never going to sell shit.
And that's not a legitimate answer. It's like, well, the person that I hired or we hired together, why are they not doing that? You know, that we signed off on their. Why are they not succeeding? And I'm like, because they're fucking stupid. They lie during the interview. They have no idea what they're doing. You know, well, that's an acceptable answer because that doesn't fly over in court very easily.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, man, I gotta fucking piss like crazy, dude. So
yeah, no worries. I'll hang the chat. CM Retros worked till 7 a.m. on Saturday. Went to two. What video game convention did you go to? Oh, I think you were talking about that last week, if I'm not mistaken. You were talking about going to a convention. Did you pick anything up, man? Anything crazy? I saw your GameCube collection, man. Looks like you got most of the good heavy hitters there, so I can't imagine how much more you'd even possibly need. I mean, I know I got to a point where, like, I got all the games I wanted for, like, Nintendo and Genesis at one point, and eventually I felt like I was just buying games just to have them. And I think that was kind of like where I started to realize that I was like, maybe this isn't such a good idea. I can just play these games, you know, by other means other than just going out and buying them. So I'd be curious to see what you picked up. Hopefully you do like some sort of pickups video. Take a look at that. It's another thing I used to do, pickups video quite a bit. Not so much anymore though. I did pick up a few Xbox games I thought about. Do you want to pick up video over at from AZ Game on Expo? Yeah. Atari Enthusiast Group of Columbus Convention. Wow, that's a mouthful. Gaming, anime, and toys. Nice. So you didn't have just gaming there, so that's good. I've never got into anime. That's one thing like I never got into. I never got into anime and I never got into Pokemon. Snagged Dreamcast emulators for Turbo. What do you mean you snagged emulators for TurboGrafx 16 and Neo Geo? How do you snag an emulator? Were they like clone consoles or something?
Ooh yeah. Drop that beat.
Yeah.
It's time to meet Kamikaze. That's what I was planning on doing it, man. I might have spilled the beans when I was gonna fuck with him. Hey man, I'm gonna lie. I listened back to that shit like 5 times and I was like, it's kind of catchy. It's a little cringy, but it's a little catchy for some reason.
It is, man. It is, man. Yeah. It's like it's got that like that perverted uncle vibe to it, like yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, it's good. DB's a cool dude, man.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be on a show on Wednesday night, man, so it'll be fun. I listened to most of his fucking podcasts. Like, I never heard of that Christopher Pico guy, the picky ass old gamer.
Oh, old ass retro gamer.
Retro gamer. Yeah.
You bought TurboGrafx 16 games on a disc that plays in your Dreamcast? I hope you didn't pay much for that, man. Because you could do that shit for free for like, it's super easy to do if you have a CD burner. So I hope you didn't pay too much for that. If that's what it is, I hope you didn't pay too much for it. Yeah, Christopher Pico is a cool dude, man. He's definitely a collector. That dude does not like.
Oh yeah, I saw his channel. I subscribed to him after listening to their podcast. I checked out his channel. I was like, he's got some decent videos in there, and I was like, I kind of like his content. I subbed to him.
He's got some interesting views on digital. It's pretty much the exact opposite how I feel about digital games. Like he didn't say it, but from what I could gather just from listening to the show, it sounds like he won't even play a digital game if he can't get it on a physical.
I don't know. What did I say? I thought the picky ass gamer did.
Yeah.
Say that.
Well, there's the picky old gamer, and then there's the old ass retro gamer.
Okay.
But the picky old gamer is a good channel too. You should check him out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. $15 came with a printed cover and a back art. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's not bad. That's about what you pay for a pack of burnt CD or blank CDs. Plus, it'll save you an hour or two with what it'd probably take you about an hour to do all that. So yeah, that's reasonable. At least I was gonna say if you paid anything more than like $20, that's a ripoff. But no, that's reasonable. So yeah, TurboGrafx 16 is a good console, man. It's funny, like when I play my retro games on my emulators or on my Pi, I'll usually play like Neo Geo or TurboGrafx 16, shit that's like obscure that I would never really play, because I've played Sonic and Mario and Castlevania. I've played those thousands times over, so yeah.
It's fucking funny, man. Oh yeah, drop that beat. It's time to meet DP. What the fuck is this, like some 80s fucking porno? Man, it's funny, man. It's good stuff.
See how much this is now. You can sell a TurboGrafx 16 console. Yeah, man. Those games are expensive. You don't talk about an expensive console to collect for. TG16. Yeah, it's a good show, man. I like his new... It's rare. Usually when you see a new podcast, it's not very good. Like, it's just... I mean, because it usually takes a few episodes for the host to kind of develop like a format. But his is good, man. He gets right into it. He has it broken up, edited really well. Yeah. I listen to like probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I might listen to like 4 or 5 different podcasts. He's definitely on that list now. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I'll be on there, man. He'll probably be like critiquing me about my fucking Splatoons, but it's all good.
Splatoon. He was going crazy, man.
I'm like, dude, like people make errors, like it happens. I'm not fucking perfect, bro.
He's he's anal about that stuff. It's kind of funny. I give him shit about it. Like he's in a group chat I'm in, and one of the guys' name is Anthony, and I kept spelling like, instead of the Y, I was hitting a T, so it'd say like Anthont when I'd say his name, because we were arguing and I was saying his name. He's like, it's spelled Anthony, John. I'm like, give me a break, bro. I'm on an elliptical machine right now.
That's fucking
I know what his name is.
Oh shit.
Hey, his wife must have a heart of gold, man, because if I was that way towards my wife, like always giving her shit, she would
What?
Because man.
Look, man, if I ever critique my wife on anything, like, hey, the salmon's good, but you could have put a little bit like, fuck you, die! Dude, I'm just critiquing you on your salmon, man. It could have been a little bit more. No, hell no. Hell no, man. Look, I love my wife, but if I critique her the slightest bit, dude, I get fucking ran over.
And even when they ask for it, man, like I'm scared sometimes. Like, my wife's a vegan. She makes, like, some really strange food. Some of it's really good. Other times it's like, nah, I want nothing to do with that. And she's like, she's been making these dips. And so some of these dips have been really good. And some have been like, and others would be like, make me want to throw up a little bit. And earlier today, she's like, I made this new dip. You want to come try out? I'm like, is it going to make me throw up? She's like, no, you like it's pretty good. And I just tried it, and I'm like, I looked at her, I'm like, and a thought went through my mind, like, just tell her it's good. And I was like, but she knew before, like, the words could go from my brain to my mouth. She knew I was already going to lie to her. And she's like, I know it's not very good. But I got off easy on that one. But she knows, man, we've been together for 11 years. If I'm going to lie to her, she knows that the lie is going to come out of my mouth before my brain can even form the lie in my head.
Dude, yeah, you're speaking my language, man. I know all about that shit, man. But I think, all right, so you're straight, like, you're straight vegan, like, that's like you're committed to it. Et cetera,
no, I'm not. My wife is. I'm not. So I don't eat any meat. I won't intentionally.
You're vegetarian then.
Yeah, I'm more vegetarian than anything. But like every now and then, like I buy like these black bean burgers that are really good, and they got like eggs in them, so I like eat those.
Well, that's vegetarian. That's vegetarian.
Yeah, I'm not a vegan though. You know, it's funny because I joined like some of these vegan Facebook groups, and those people are fucking weirdos, man. Like there was this one lady on there. She's like, is it okay if I can be friends with non-vegans? Oh my god. And I'm like, oh my gosh, are you fucking kidding me? Like this bitch asked that question. My wife's not like that. And like we were like making fun of her and shit. Yeah, those people are weird. I stay far away from those people, man.
All right, so no offense, but like, I work in that kind of industry, like where I have to, serve people who are vegans, vegetarians, gluten-free, dairy-free, et cetera, et cetera.
No, the gluten-free crowd's the worst, bro.
Oh, dude, I tell you, every time I hear the word gluten, it just makes me sick to my fucking stomach. It's like, excuse me, but I'm gluten-free. I'm like, you know what? Fucking kill yourself then, because you're missing out on the best part of life. Seriously though,
people have been eating. Gluten occurs in wheat naturally. People have been eating wheat for thousands of years. Like, now all of a sudden, people have gluten allergies.
Right, like you don't understand, like the thing that you're about to ingest, like ingested gluten, like that's how it sustained itself. You understand? Like that's how this cow lived before you were about to eat this animal's body parts. It ingested gluten. It doesn't have any gluten in the meat, but you get what I'm saying. But like, I tell you, the gluten is. I tell you, when someone comes, excuse me, I'm gluten free. As soon as I say it, like I throw up a little bit in my mouth. I'm like, I'm like, oh god, fucking, like you will then kill yourself, dude. Just fucking kill yourself. I can't do that. Like, well, excuse me, absolutely, I'll get you a plate right away.
Yeah, right. No, they're weird, man, and like, thank God my wife's not like that. Because like the purpose, so the reason why I don't eat meat is just for strict like health. It's just for health reasons. Because I'm a total health freak, dude. Like heart disease and cancer. Heart disease is real, like runs rampant on my dad's side of the family. Like if you're in my family and your last name's Elogio, and you don't die of a heart attack, you might as well be like blacklisted. Like that's how everyone on my dad's side dies. Seriously.
Understood.
And we just, heart disease is bad. And you know, I started doing this research on like how they correlate excessive meat eating and dairy to increase risk of heart disease. I'm like, well, I'm not even gonna waste my time. Like, I don't smoke. I used to smoke anymore. I don't, because it's, you know, increased risk of heart disease, all that bad shit. And then same thing with like meat, because meat one is a class 1 carcinogen. It's the same class of carcinogen as cigarettes are. So they don't tell you that, but that's what it's listed as. So I just don't eat meat for that reason, man. And if someone wants to eat a big fucking fat steak, I'm like, I don't give a shit. Do what you want to do. It ain't gonna affect me, you know. So like I had like if we have a barbecue and I have friends come over, I'll like, yeah, dude. Like they'll be like, are you gonna be offended if I bring a steak? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna be offended. But there are some vegans though, be like, oh, don't put that on my grill. You know, that's terrible. I'm not like that. I hate those people.
Do you know? All right, so that's funny. Do you know this channel called Vegan Gains?
Yeah, that guy's a douchebag.
I watched this shit and I'm like, this dude is absolutely fucking crazy. He has to be. There's no way people can fucking think like this and be mentally stable. There's no fucking way this person is a normal human being. Either he's trolling or he has fucking psychological issues. There's no other hypothesis. He is a fucking psychopath. Yeah. Either way, you look at this guy, he's fucking crazy. He was talking about like, and I don't watch his channel, but like I watch like other people like riff on his channel, and they'll take things like that he says on his channel. Like they take him out of context. I don't know because I don't watch it, but he's like he would rather kill a newborn human baby than inflict any kind of damage on any animal in order to eat. Yeah. I'm like, are you fucking retarded? So. Which
goes against like the vegan philosophy to begin with, because it's supposed to be making peace with all sorts of living things. So that's kind of a fucking. But again, he's one of those YouTubers that's making a lot of money off of ad revenue, and he's gonna say shit and do things that's gonna make people watch his videos. So.
Yeah, and I think everyone understands that at this point, but still, just to see some of the things that are like supposedly like what he thinks of, even though you know it has to be an act at this point, and for him to get the revenue, et cetera, it's like, you know, there's people out there who really think like that and believe in that shit, and that's why you have so many subscribers. That's the fucking scary part about that shit.
Well, there was one I was watching a video. An old friend of mine on YouTube shared it with me. He thought it was funny. There were like these people going like to a grocery store and protesting and like having these funerals for the meat that are like on the shelves. I'm like, what?
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, dude. It was like this big giant
paintball
gun. Yeah, man, it's crazy, dude. Cyber says there are a lot of over-the-top vegans. It's insane. They want nothing to do with you if you even bring up meat. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Dude, I'll tell you, the worst one I was a part of was a Christian vegan group that I was in.
Oh, that's double entendre,
and,
man.
Yeah, well, I'm a Christian, man. You might not think so because I swear a lot, but I joined this group because there is like biblical arguments to not eating meat. I mean, yeah, Jesus he ate fish in that too, but man's body functions best on a plant-based diet. The studies prove it. So if you're someone who believes in the Bible, you obviously believe in the Garden of Eden. You know, you could go back to the whole Adam and Eve thing. What was God's original design for the human body? So I was like, well, this could be like a cool kind of group to talk about these sorts of things. And it was nothing of the sort, dude. It was just these people arguing with each other on this Facebook group page. And I'm like, yeah, leaving, you know. Like, pretty much it comes down to, it goes so far to the extreme that you're going to go to hell if you eat meat. Like, there were actually these debates, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So that was definitely the worst one, though, man. And then you have like hipsters on the whole like left side of the spectrum. Man, it's the thing with people now. Like they have to identify them. They have to like what they are defines like what they do defines who they are. You know what I mean? Right. Like it's like the whole sexuality thing. Like, oh, if you're homosexual, then that defines you. Or if you're, you know, like or if you have a certain hobby, then that defines you. And it's like, no, man, just be a person, dude. You know, just get along with other people and just be human, dude. Like,
and that's so hard for people to do nowadays. Like, just be a fucking human being. But no, like, here's my thing, dude. Like, I don't want to get into this topic because I know this is like one of the 3 things you're never supposed to talk about, and I get it. But I grew up Baptist, like heavy Baptist, dude. Like, I was in the church Sundays, Wednesdays. Fucking, if there was a Tuesday class, I was there. I mean, I grew up in the church, dude. And this is neither here nor there, but look, man, you know, my wife is not a hardcore Christian. Like she's a heavy Christian, and we have very heavy debates about what my beliefs are, what her beliefs are, and I won't even get into my beliefs, but she still goes to church. But like, all right, here's the thing that bothers me about her going to church. All right, so I grew up in the church. I had to go to church. My dad is a very, very religious person to this day. He reads the Bible up and down, and I've read the Bible, and I can debate you on the Bible all day long. I've read the Bible several times. My dad made me. But here's the thing. This is what I'm getting to. This is neither here nor there. But she goes to, and I don't know if you have that out in the West. I suppose you do. And if you go there, don't get offended. But do you guys have an evolution church?
No, I never heard of it.
It's like this new wave Christian church thing where they like compare Jesus to like Pokemon and whatever the kids are on nowadays. And like they just like it's just like they just, you know, their message is all about God, but they like try to conform it to the ways that like what's happening nowadays. It's like, you know, God is like the Kardashians. They're not great, but they're there. You know, they existed. You know, it's like they just compare. Yeah. And I've never been, but I've watched, I've researched it, et cetera, et cetera. But like, they're just like this new wave church thing where it's like it's hip to go to church. It's hip to go to the house of God. Where it's like you're just going because, you know, it seems relevant because not only are you feeling pressure to because, you know, for their words and et cetera, but it's like, here's my thing with religion, man. I don't want to dive too much into it, but like my thing is like, I don't go to church. I don't believe in church because I've been to church. My whole thing is I worship the way that I worship, what I want to, the way I want to. And I don't feel like I need to go somewhere once a week in order to pay respects. I pay my respects my own way. If I really need to support someone that needs help or et cetera, I'll do that in my own way, but I'm not going to need to go somewhere and look, it's something probably we don't need to dive down to that rabbit hole, but
no, I hear you. And I hear that argument a lot. I mean, the way I would approach that argument with different ways with different people. So, I mean, I don't know what your beliefs are. So I'm not, like you said, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But, you know, I've heard like other people who are Christians tell me that, and I would approach that differently than someone who's like never been to church. Like, oh, I don't feel they need to go to church. So, I mean, there's different ways to approach that type of conversation, certainly. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. That sounds like a pretty like literally Pokemon, or are you just using that as an example?
No, dude, like I've never heard it said, but I've heard some of the things they come back with and are like, well, you know, Pikachu, like he really exerted all of his energy. He did that for you. And I'm like, is this seriously what the fuck they're teaching you? Like, yeah. It's a joke a little bit, but they do like try to reference day and age things where they make sense in the days of like, you know, Christ and the Bible.
Well, and that's, you know, and that's from a Christian perspective. I feel that's pretty. That's not a biblical for one like, okay, a Christian church should have a biblical foundation. You know, whether you're Christian or not, that's, you know, a Muslim church should have, you know, a Muslim foundation. Jewish church should be their Torah. Like that's your foundation. But a church like that, clearly, I mean, that's the Bible is not their foundation, no matter what they want to tell you. So,
all right. See, here's the thing about this church too, right? They're popping up like wildfire everywhere I live.
What's it called?
Every Evolution Church.
Oh, I'll have to look that up.
They pop up. They're popping up like wildfire. And here's the thing about their churches, dude. They don't know, like, they're not like this little small, quaint, little, humble little, crucifix on top of their building. They're like fucking multimedia fucking malls, like 3 levels and shit. And I'm like, what the? This is like a fucking mall to me.
It is a mega church.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
Elevation or
Elevation Church.
I think I found it.
It just seems like this mass media thing for people to go to church. It's kind of like I don't know what you want to call it, man. It's just the things that I've heard about it are just very, very scary. Very, very scary that people even believe in this shit. Not believe in what it is, but
yeah, here we go. Yeah, Asheville, North Carolina, Charlotte, Concord, North Carolina. Okay, found it. Looks like it's kind of around the Charlotte area.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's popping up like wildfire, man.
I see about 9 of them on a map. Well, it's crazy because we go to a mega church too. It's called Christ Church of the Valley. It's like the biggest. It's like the 10th biggest church in the country, and my foundation is pretty strong. So I mean, I've really like you. I read the Bible. There's stuff I'll watch, like the actual sermons and that outside of me going to church and whatnot. So like I have a pretty good foundation, and some of these like messages they do are just like to make people feel good. Like they just say these things to, get people to start going to church and giving them money. But at the same time,
right.
Like some of the missions they do, like around the world and around the state, are really biblically based. So, dude, it comes down to there's no perfect one. Is my connection bad? I don't know, man. I don't know if your connection's bad. I'm not, and it's just an audio stream. You shouldn't be having any issues. It might be your connection. I'll pull the stream up now.
My shit is rotating a little bit.
What's that?
I don't have the audio pulled up, but it's like the rotation where it's like saying this is loading. It's just started doing that randomly, like maybe about 45 seconds ago. Now it's not doing it.
Yeah, dude, YouTube streaming sucks, man. Yeah, that was good on my end. But so, man, you're gonna be doing. Have you completed that game you've been streaming?
Yeah, I completed it. It's dude, it's a mind fuck. Here's the thing. Last night I got really drunk, as I usually do, and I thought, you know what? I was gonna all right, you know what? I'm not even gonna touch this shit because I'm gonna be laughed at about this. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up about it. So I was gonna make this video, right? But I was super wasted when I was doing it. And I was like, nah, fuck it, delete it. So I deleted the last 2 videos in my camera of my last playthrough of that game. So I have no footage of like me in the game, like how I have been doing it. But no, I beat it. I'm putting it up the slowly by slowly. Here's my thing when I do my Let's Plays. I will literally sit there and watch them all the way through, and I'll try to edit them because, sometimes I have to pause it and go, like, my kids are like, something happened, and I'm like, what happened? And they're like, I'll run outside. I got to pause it, run outside. They're like, oh, my chicken nugget fell in half, and I'm like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean. You probably know exactly where I'm coming from. I have to always like be on standby about whatever happens. So I literally just like I have to like pause it. So I have to like, literally watch it all the way through to remember like where to edit those parts out. So no, I finished it. I'm gonna put the entire Let's Play up. I think I uploaded part 8, but it's in part 14. Ended up being 14 parts. So I'm even debating not even finishing putting it up because nobody's watching it. I get like 1 view, and that's about it.
That's the thing with Let's Plays. This guy says I'm young. Have you ever heard of Striper?
Striper?
A rock band, apparently.
No, dude. I don't listen to rock, dude. I'm all about hip hop.
So you're older than me, so okay, it's not an age thing. But yeah, dude, well, I like doing, if you go back through my channel, every now and then you'll see like these retro replays that I do. They're just like little 10 to 20 minute let's plays, and they don't get shit for views, man. And that's why, like, if I do any stream, if I do any gameplay footage, usually it's a stream. So
yeah, here's the thing with let's plays nowadays. Like now, it's like I feel like you need to play that game, and but there's people who make a living off this shit. Just playing a fucking game. And that Markiplier guy, dude, he rubs me the wrong way every time I see his fucking face. I want to punch him so bad. Oh my god! Oh my god! I want my mommy. I want my mommy.
Oh,
this is so scary. This is so scary. I'm like, dude, fuck off. Fuck you. Fuck your life. I hate you so much. And like, kids eat this shit up. My oldest son's like, he's a genius. I'm like, for fucking what? Being a retard?
have you ever heard of Popular MMOs? It's this guy and his wife, and they do like these Minecraft videos, these Minecraft Let's Plays, and they're so annoying, dude. They're so annoying. But his wife
never seen it or heard of it, but
his wife has a solo channel, and you would look at these people, and you would never think they were in the video games. Like he works out. I mean, he's not like a muscular dude by any means. And she's like petite, she clearly works out. So, and they're younger. They're probably like upper 20s, lower 30s. And it's like, what the fuck? But they sound like such jackasses, dude. Like, she's like, oh my gosh, high-pitched voice. I can't believe you're going to do that, And he's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Yeah. I want to just smack my kids when they watch those people.
Well, there's a guy who, you know what Retro Blocks is, right? I'm sure you have to at this point.
Yeah.
There's a guy who, he has like over 1.5 million subscribers. I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him. And I can't even think of his name right now. But my a buddy I used to work with, we keep in contact from time to time because we're like all about video games. It's very random that I come into contact with people that I work with who likes video games, but he was one of them. And he was a huge Destiny head, dude. We would talk about Destiny from the minute we got to work to like the minute we left work, or he left work because he had the luxury of like leaving way earlier than I did. But anyway, here's the thing.
Yeah, I got a funny story about a similar. Go ahead. I got a funny story to tell you. I'm just making a mental note so I don't forget. Go ahead.
But there's the fucking guy who plays Retro Blocks, and he's like a very family-friendly show on YouTube. And he lives right down the street from me, dude. He lives right down the street from me. And I didn't know that, but he sent me a picture, and I could even upload this shit to you if you don't believe me. He was like, yo, man, I met this guy at YouTube at Harris Teeter right down the street. He was like, yo, check this video out. And he was sending the video to his kids because his kids weren't with him. I guess he was just stopping in to get like whatever. So he took like a video with them. It was like, oh man, look, hey, he was like giving a shout out to his kids for him, which was a really nice thing to do. I guess his kids watch the channel, et cetera, et cetera. It was a very kid friendly, family friendly thing, like I said. But anyway, he was like, yo, man, I was like starstruck. I'm like, are you starstruck? Really? Like, for real? Like, do you even watch this guy's channel? I mean, maybe your kids watch it. Like, were you really starstruck about that? Like, after he told, FGTV. That's what it's called. FGTV. I don't know what the fuck. Anyway, he told me about the channel. I watched it. I'm like, this is stupid as fuck. I was like, who is subscribed to this other than like 8-year-olds?
I don't know, but apparently this dude's got 5 million subscribers. Jeez.
FGTV?
Yeah.
Yeah. He lives right down the street from me, man. Apparently so. The guy, I guess he saw him at the Harris Teeter. That's literally like 3 minutes down the street from me. They ran into each other. He took a video of him with him. He said he lived in the area.
So there used to be this guy I used to work with when I was a manager at Enterprise, and this dude would like always call in. He was always late, and my boss hated him. My area manager absolutely hated this guy. But it was only at the time, it was me, him, and like 2 other people. And we had to cover 2 different branches. And I was the manager in charge of both of them because I was an assistant manager, but we didn't have a branch manager. So we just used to do like we were just trying to get by, man. We were just trying to not kill ourselves. And Enterprise is like all about customer service, but every now and then, like this guy would be a total dick to customers when they deserved it. Like even though you shouldn't have been, like he was a dick back to customers, and I kind of liked that about him. And like I said, my boss hated the guy. Well, he played Destiny. He played Destiny a lot, and we played Destiny together. We talk about Destiny. Like, that's all we talked about for 10 hours at work. And my boss at one time, like, she wanted me to fire him, dude, because he kept calling in late. The only reason why I didn't fire him was because I had someone to talk to Destiny about, and the other two people I worked with were jerk-offs, and I couldn't stand them. But this dude was, like, late and never came in. But when he was there, we talked about Destiny, and I would not fire this guy, man. I wound up quitting before he left. He left, like, after I quit. He quit, like, I think, like, a month later.
My thing in my line of work is, like, I have so many other departments that I work in. Like, I'm not everyone's boss, but, like, I'm a boss of, like, tons of people. But if you go to a different department, because it's a hotel, like, you have tons of different aspects, right? You know, I mean, it's huge, it's like a 700 room hotel, by the way. So, you know, I mean, I work with everybody, but I can only deal with the people that I work with. But this guy worked in a different department. But anyway, yeah, and he left. He went to like a different hotel to work at to do his thing, and he sent me this like whole video. He was like, "Dude, I'm starstruck over meeting FGTV," and I'm like, "I don't know who they are, but I'll look them up." And I looked it up, and I was like, "This is clearly marketed towards like 8-year-olds. Like, are you really watching this channel? Like." Do you like not need to be friends anymore? Like, why are you watching this family friendly, like cookie cutter, like, you know, thing? I think he was maybe saying that because, you know, he watched it because his kids. Understand that. I get that part. But like I told you, like my oldest son, he deleted Markiplier, man. I was giving him so much shit for watching Markiplier. Like
nice.
He won't watch Markiplier anymore. Like, look, I let him watch whatever he wants to watch. I consider him, you know, what he wants to do is what he wants to do. But I was giving him so much shit about watching Markiplier. I was walking around one day like, "Hey, my name's Markiplier. Oh my god, I want my mommy. I want my mommy. I'm so scared." He was like, he just deleted the whole fucking thing. I was like, good on you, dude.
Well, you know what else you could have done was you could have been like, "Oh man, I love Markiplier," because your kids never like what you like. Like that's one way. That's one way you could have went about it too.
He's just such a fucking retard, dude. Like, he's not funny. He's not interesting. Like, he just... Oh, and, look, I get it. Like, most of these YouTube channels that are very successful, they're all aimed towards, like, fucking 8-year-olds to 13-year-olds. Period, dude. I'm sorry. I hate to say it.
No, you're right.
You just got these fucking kids who are just obsessed with, like, this PG thing. Like, you know, look, I started a YouTube channel because it's something I always want to do, but, like, I also want to be myself. So if it's not succeeding, at the same time, I know, like, I'm not selling out. I'm not being stupid. It's what I want to do.
No, I hear you, man. Black Metal Gamer says Insomniac never did Uncharted. That's Naughty Dog. I think you made a reference to where you'd have to pull him away from Uncharted. He's way behind. He must be. Yeah. He's right. No, but Insomniac did do the Sunset Overdrive game. Insomniac did. Yeah. Insomniac, it was the game, the company who did Resistance and the Ratchet and Clank games. Yeah. I don't know. It's been so long. I'm not familiar with developers anymore, man. Hey, that game looks cool. I'll play it. Casual mindset. So it's 12:30 on my end, man, which means the sun's coming up probably where you're at. We'll start wrapping it up here. You got any plans for the channel other than those Let's Plays? You gonna piss anybody off?
No, man. Actually, I'm planning on playing Carrier for Dreamcast pretty soon. Actually starting to play like a lot more Dreamcast games. I got a few that I've actually been really wanting to play. Really debating on streaming them or just doing a Let's Play of them. Been streaming Final Fantasy VII. I think I'm going to continue that up. I actually want to complete that game on stream. I think that would be really fun. And JRPG is a fucking master at that game, dude. When he gets on my stream, like, he coaches me, man. Like, he knows, like, I even though I played it 10 times, like, he'll fucking tell me, like, I'm fucking up and, like, where I need to go. So that's kind of fun. Other than that, just streaming with JRPG. Anybody who wants to ever hop on my channel, I'm down to fucking chat it up. Other than that, man, that's all I got, bro.
Hey, did you check out that Null DC? You were asking me about it the other day.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm just really picky about downloading things to my PC, man. I'm really skeptical because I
hear you, man.
I'm so scared to fuck up my PC, like to have a virus or like this, that, and the third. And
I wonder if I can I wonder if I can send you the, like, I wonder if I can just zip the entire thing and just send it to you.
Maybe, but even still, I'd be skeptical. No offense. It's just like I'm just very skeptical. I mean, because here's the thing: like we've all had our PCs when we were young and we were stupid. And we're using LimeWire and BearShare and
oh man, going BearShare, dude. I used what started with a K.
LimeWire, fucking I don't know what K.
Nah, it was a weird one, man. It was a weird name.
But I mean, here's the thing: like this PC, I spent so much fucking money on. I don't use this PC for other than strictly streaming, gaming, etc., etc. It's hard for me to even hit the download button to download a picture because I don't want to fuck it up, dude.
Yeah,
it's too much. It's too much money to like fucking sew those wounds if I fuck it up. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, you could also burn. Well, you don't want to down them. You'd have to burn the ISO either way. But yeah. I got that new video out with that Dream Arcade. Is it me or was I kind of a little? Did you watch that video I did?
I did. Did you have pajama pants on though in that?
The what?
Did you have pajama pants on?
Nah, those are shorts, man. Those are pajama pants.
I saw like the lumberjack. I was like, is this motherfucker wearing pajama pants? I was like, man, you need to edit this video a little bit more, man. You gotta take the pajama pants off, man. Like. Look, no offense, but like I was like, you kind of lost a little bit of credibility with the pajama pants on.
No, they're not pajama pants. I'm gonna go back and look at it right now, man. I'm trying to.
You came off like your hands on the hip. You're like, listen, what up? And I'm like, is this motherfucker wearing pajama pants?
No, man. I was wearing shorts,
you gotta put on a suit and tie, man, if you want me to like take you seriously. You can't be wearing pajama pants. I think I'm gonna take you seriously.
You're killing me, man.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. No. It was good. Here's the thing. Like, I haven't followed that Dreamcade thing, so like I don't really much to speak on it about.
Well, here's what I wanted to ask. Because I went back and watched it, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, maybe I was a little too harsh. Because like I don't like, dude. Honestly, like I don't like to be negative on my channel. I really try not to be, but. Like, I went back and watched that, and I was like, man, I was kind of pretentious about that shit.
Yeah, all right, so, no, here's the thing. I don't know shit about it, so I can't really speak from it from, like, either side. Only way I can really even actually speak from it is, like, from your fucking point of view, because that's all I know about it. So I will say, like, you know, I guess now, like, knowing you, and, like, I think Black Metal Gamer was, like, making fun of you, like...
Yeah.
I see what you're doing, you piece of shit. You're just trying to sell your own fucking, you know.
But that wasn't even it, though. That's not why. That wasn't my intention.
No, and I know that. And I think everybody knows that. And I think he was just making light of the situation, same way it was with like your pajama pants. No, I don't think you were coming off like condescending or anything. I think that's like what you were kind of looking for. I don't think you were coming off condescending or anything like that. I think you were just speaking like, you know, from someone who's like really dived into like that whole aspect, which I haven't. So I respect like, you know, your point of view from it, and your thoughts on it. So like, no, I think it was legitimate. I think it was legit shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do another. I'm gonna try and do another video. Hey man, I did some editing on that video, dude. That was the first time I actually sat down and edited a video. Well, I did. The other one was kind of edited with the one. What was that one?
The one you're making fun of my fucking chair.
Oh. Hey, I might do a sequel to that one, dude.
Oh, dude, I got a rebuttal for you. I'm ready for you, man. I'm using my green screen and everything. It's about to get vicious.
I'm gonna go old school 1980s horror film, man. I need to hit up a Goodwill. Well, I'm gonna do it though. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna have to tell the kids like, "Hey, go outside. Dad's got to record for like 30 minutes."
It's funny. You know what's funny? I have to do that shit a lot, man. I don't do that, like tell them to go outside. Like I go outside, like usually my kids are pretty tame, and I go outside. I'm like, hey, can you guys keep it down for like about 15, 20 minutes while I do my thing? And they're like, yeah, oh God, here we go again. But no, yeah, I do that sometimes.
Yo, my kids could be quiet all day. The second I go to hook up my laptop to record a video or hook something up,
no,
yeah,
that's
everyone
mine.
starts screaming at each other. The wife
me.
starts yelling. I'm like, yo, for real? Hey, y'all were quiet all day. Now I want to do something. You're gonna be loud.
Yeah, they're plotting on you, man. They're plotting on you.
Hey, Dad's making a video. Let's fuck with him. But no, I might have another. I'm gonna have another like retro replay coming up. Maybe I might stream Horizon Zero Dawn a little bit.
I'll check it out.
Maybe I might stream it now. I don't gotta get up in the morning. I might stream some of it when I'm done here. But I don't know. So.
Well, if you do, man, I'll fucking keep chatting on with you on PS4, man. I know it's like 4 o'clock where I'm in, but like tomorrow is my last. You know what? It's very funny you say that. Tomorrow's my last Horizon Zero Dawn, dude. Like Monday school starts. I like gotta go to bed early because I gotta take the kids to school, pack lunches, do homework. Tomorrow is like my last official day to like stay up late as shit.
Yeah, my kids started school like almost a month ago, man. They start at the beginning of August out here. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
When do you get summer break? Do you get that shit in like early June then?
Nah, their last week's like the second week of May. They get out early.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like way before or way after, however you want to take it. But like we start like late August and end pretty much about the first week of July.
Yeah, and that's about normal, I think. So, well, hey man, thanks for coming on. I'm glad we could get this done. There was a lot. I mean, I think we covered our topics in like the first 15 minutes, but
yeah,
it's pretty good shit, man.
Absolutely, sir.
If you guys are in the chat, make sure you hit up the description. If you're not subbed to Kamikaze Soundwaves, make sure you are. And he'll have some good videos on there with his squeaky chair.
Yeah, man. That's
and
what
everything,
I do.
and Hot Pockets and Overwatch. So
hell yeah, bro.
But hey, man, I'll see you next week, brother. You take it easy.
You as well, sir.
That's my fam, I'll hold them down forever. Us against the world, we can battle whoever. Together ain't no way we gon' fail. You know I got your back, just like a turtle shell. Nobody do it better. All my brothers tryna get some cheddar. We all wanna cut like the shredder. Me and my bros come together for the dough. Bought the orange Lamborghini, call it Michelangelo. With the nunchuck dough, and I'm pulling up slow. When we fall up in the party, they know anything goes. Check my Rolex, it say I'm the man of the hour. All this green in my pockets, you can call it turtle power. We fight together. Knock, knock, you about to get shell-shocked. We ride together. Knock, knock, you about to get shell-shocked. We fight together. Knock, knock, you about to get shell-shocked. We can band together. Knock, knock, you about to get shell-shocked. Ain't nothing that could come in between me and my brothers. We all around if it's going down. It's just us, all for one. Yeah, you hearin' right, our business done. We disappear into the night. Came up together, so we all down for the fight. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Family ain't nothing strong as that. And I'll be posted where the strong as that. Brothers by my side, city on my back. Real heroes, that's what the people want. They ain't born, gotta create them. Saying we gone soon as we save them. That's part of the plan. By my side, I'ma keep my brothers. Live or die, man, we need each other.